tomfoolery. All right, if I recall correctly, last time you bunch of bupkins.
There's only two of us. Yeah, that be considered a bunch.
Technically, English only cares about single versus plural.
Actually, not necessarily.
Oh,
Uh, there's pair, several, and bunch actually are separated. Uh, like a bunch would be usually more than four.
Really?
Yep, and several is more than three.
Well, all I
that's
get
a
out of
concept.
the Wiktionary is a number of things, typically of the same kind. Although it does usually refer to larger quantities. I
Zala,
imagine
if
there's
you ever,
unspoken rules in there too.
if Zala, if you ever remember any of these things, please DM me, at me at any time of the day because I use it for my students. I used to woo my students with this shit.
Oh, okay. I will always tell you random English trivia I know then.
Anyway,
That
if
would
I
be
recall
amazing.
correctly, the thing you did last time is you caused a whole bunch of ruckus. You
Mm-hmm.
went into a place. You went underground. You killed what I intended to be the final boss fight. And now, well, you got your fancy hollow cubes, was it?
Well, we just gone in, so I don't know if we gotten out all of it yet. But
Yeah.
Well,
I'd taken their
all,
lightsabers.
all that matters right now is that there's two of them. The Force Lady didn't have a lightsaber. She had a stick, which was going to poke you if she had to fight, at least. The point is, I think
What's
you
the
incapacitated her. You tied her up, got her a mental suggestion to wait around for a bit.
yes?
You chopped one guy in half and then followed his own lightsaber after you blasted him twice with a fucking anti-material cannon, and the other guy you defeat with just some cool, slick lightsaber moves. And this is after you flashbanged them and dropped the whole ceiling on their heads.
There is no kill like overkill.
We took the bloody mess perk without the blood.
Well, it's you know it's Star
Okay,
Wars. We can't have
okay,
blood.
okay, okay. I'm playing a lizard. This was my reaction when I shot a guy in two.
Except hilariously, the first Star Wars had blood for lightsabers.
Yeah, I think when there was a thing on Tatooine, right? When he cuts off a hand.
Yeah, he cuts the guy's arm off and there's blood on
On the
the ground.
yeah.
But apparently they changed it not to censor it because Empire would have been the one where they'd have more blood of any of the original trilogy. It was because they decided, wait, these are friggin' lasers. This
Cauterization,
doesn't make.
baby.
Yep, auto cauterization is a thing.
Makes blasters nice and clean. Point is, you're standing inside of a room. There's some cool relics. The guy is dead, so he won't be gloating anymore. And the woman's too. Well, she ain't gonna be thinking straight for long enough for you to get her out of here. However, your job was never really to come here for Jedi stuff. The whole point of coming down here was to make a big mess of the base, but primarily find some important notes on the last meeting that took place here. Be that from extracting the information out of a person, or otherwise. Now, I imagine that you have the common sense to know that you detonated a flashbang inside of a mostly enclosed space, which means that someone might have heard that explosion.
We also
However,
collapsed the cave.
they saw big evil badass dudes going in, and then some noise happened. They would just assume that they should probably not get involved.
That's cute. But that doesn't
That's
work on
my reasoning.
Stormtroopers.
I mean, I know they're dumb, but
Come with they're dedicated. The other D word, please.
yeah. Well, I mean, I would still think that way because I'll be disappointed, but I'll still think that way.
Alright, what do? As you stand inside of this room, the dust settles, the air cools down, and you are left only with the weak electronic light that provides this place with a sense of self. And of course, the weak sunlight that goes to this large shaft that pierces into the ground now.
Well,
That probably also got everyone's alarms ticking.
yeah. Well, if Zyla doesn't really need my help, I'll just keep an eye on the stairs leading back up, because hokey religions and ancient weapons are not none of my business.
That is kind of partially my thing, even though I don't know much about the religious part.
We can make a religion out of it. We'll make our own Jedi order with blackjack and hookers. That should solve the problem where they go crazy and evil. That's what no pussy does to a motherfucker.
So what are y'all doing?
Well, I'm collecting the Jedi stuff, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna check the map that I downloaded.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep an eye on the entrance, unless Zala needs me, in which case I'm available.
What are you looking for on yonder map?
I'm gonna look for an efficient way to get us out of here that doesn't follow the main path, like the second most efficient way, because they'll take the most efficient.
Well, unfortunately, the most efficient way out of here will take you through several bits of tunnel, which will, until you reach like a proper split. After that split, the best option, if you don't want to take the main gate, involves you going through the refinery section, back up, and then out through the entrance you came in through.
Hmm.
You could make a religion out of this. No, don't.
Oh, don't. So what do you think for getting out of here then? I'm gonna say going up next to the lizard.
I mean, look, if we go back the same way, gosh, we might have a bigger chance of running into those stormtroopers that we bypassed on the way here. We might have to fight our way out. Which I don't mind. I have a big gun.
Well, but once we start fighting them, we're gonna be fighting the whole time. That's gonna make it a little hard to get what we need.
Well, we're not going to be fighting the whole town. The whole town is just going to like graciously stay away and kind
No,
of
the whole time getting up to the main base.
Oh,
'Cause
the whole
there's a
time,
lot of
yes.
stuff.
Well, in that case, well, I mean, I have superior sneaking skills. We could attempt this.
We could also. I could try to slice into their comms system.
That could work as well. Maybe it's like, oh, hey, they're getting orders. They're getting attacked from the outside, or something. You know, lie about it to disorient
Pull
them.
Han Solo.
Yes. Also, this is the particular thing that I've seen today that I think might be useful and relevant to the topic we've discussed earlier.
Star Wars for kids.
Yeah.
Jesus, this man's cut in half.
Yes. He's half the man he used to be. Can you imagine somebody's gonna make like a 20-minute video saying this is a mole reference?
So what do? What are the actual concrete actions your characters are taking?
Okay,
Thank you.
so I'm gonna first try to slice into the comms so I can try to keep track of their movements,
Yes.
and then we'll try to sneak our way around and deftly avoid them.
How do you intend to slice into their comms?
Do you have an access point here?
I was gonna check to see if there were access points nearby.
You're inside of a deep
Temple.
mining shaft. They don't have any communication wire down here, just lights.
Huh, I figured they'd have something, or else they're gonna have trouble talking to each other.
Well, probably they got kicked out before they had a chance to set anything up aside from lighting. So we might actually have to go up the stairs. Yes. Yes, also that, yes.
God damn.
Well, then I'll only be able to keep track of their comms if they're close to us and using them.
Mhm.
So we'll have to sneak in on to just try to keep an eye on the comms.
Alright. Well, sneaking it is then, or at least an attempt to.
You slither your way up the long access ramp of the old temple.
Eh.
Up past the set up lights. Until eventually your little comms tracker thing starts to crackle to life. It begins to spew, well, you know what's coming. There's orders coming through. Telling individuals to move on to the excavation site and clear it out. Whatever that was, clear it up. Make it go away. And if it's those rowdy boys causing troubles, then make short work of them, as it were.
Yes.
They're getting quite close, and you are at the top of the ramp, about where the large mining cave, as it were, materializes. What do you do?
Is there any particular cover that I can just jump behind? Because these guys are going to be rushing forward, trying to do their orders the best they can, so they're probably not going to be looking around too well.
On the other side of the excavation pit, which is like the ramp goes up, and on behind you is still like a ledge. There is like piled up rocks and everything you could probably sit behind.
Della, let's go there. If anything, it's going to be cover for firefights. For a firefight.
Okay, yeah, let's go take some cover.
Okay. I'm just going to grab Zyla. And I'm just going to carry them over there, and I'm going to plop them behind the rocks.
Is there a reason why you have to carry them for this?
Because for some reason I keep this stupid thing in my head that it's like, you know, if I'm sneaking well, I need to like carry something with me. So it's also sneaky.
Fair enough.
Also jumping and running and everything. Big skills.
Sure, we'll roll with it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find something here. Give me a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Where did
Zyla,
this...
are you actually okay with me just grabbing you and like carrying you around?
I can probably keep up with you.
What's how is speed calculated in this, if at all?
Your speed is generally speaking 10 meters, or which is about 5 squares in this game.
Mhm.
And if you carry too much, then you slow down.
Yeah, I can probably keep up with you. It's not like I'm slow or anything.
Okie
Kind
dokie.
of a Jedi.
forgot-
Yeah, you can do this thing.
I forgot where your sheets are, so...
Do you want a copy?
Yeah,
I
sure.
can send you mine.
Yeah, okay.
And mine will have the current stats on it. So
Should have just linked them and made a pin, but this is like 2 sessions.
there you go.
Oh.
Oh, I had them.
Oh, main chat. Hold on. Yeah, you probably have them in the same folder. That's my files are too powerful. What? It's 9 megabytes. I can't send it. I don't.
Wait, how's yours 9 megabytes? Mine was like half.
I don't know. It says it's 9 megabytes. It's all the numbers and all the text I punched in. I
Weird,
guess.
because you sent it to me earlier. Let me see if I can just find it by scrolling up a little bit. All right. All right. Let's see. It's got to be here somewhere, right? Oh,
the
I
only
got your...
change you need. The only change you need to do it is that I have 3 force points instead of 4, and my vitality is at 48 instead of 70.
Okay, this is very goofy. Oh, there it
Right.
is. I found it.
Yeah, that thing they only did once and then kept doing it in all the games.
It's actually in the games before it too.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting.
Really?
What?
Before it. Oh, whatever.
Yeah, before episode.
Yeah,
1.
for episode 1, Force Speed was in a few of the games.
Weird.
This is just the first and only time it was ever in a movie.
Well, I guess the action would be really dumb to follow, hard to follow.
We run into that Dragon Ball problem, yes.
God, this one tournament takes place over 48 minutes. It's 56 episodes long.
Nah, I mean like the theory that these guys are moving at super duper sonic speeds or something stupid like that. Thanks, Plague, for putting that one in my head. What a trooper! I wonder if Plague has made a video recently. Because I do like his stuff. Plague of Cripes. While we're doing this, I'm going to need some initiative, and I'm going to have to roll some initiative. And because I don't want to bother with all these guys in their initiative, I'm just going to keep it nice and simple.
Okay. So on d20, right? Plus a bonus.
1d20 plus your initiative, which is usually Dex. If you have a feat for it, it might be higher. I mean, usually it's just that.
8 plus 1. So 9.
Alright, plus 1 plus 9. Let me see. Who are you boys contending with? Well, probably a small contingent of those good old-fashioned blasty boys in white. God dang it. I wrote down what their approximate compositions are, so I need to look that up. Base personnel. Here we go. They got 20 of those. So they'll probably have 5. Put in a mid one for control. Alright. This is for the troops. Oof. Troops are coming in hot. With a 19. Let me just write that one down in my notepad. The Stormtroopers, of which we have 5, are at... Let me just put that at the front. That makes a bit more sense. 19. And they have how many hit points? How many hit points are? They have 15 each. 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. We got one big boss boy man who looks fancier. They got the bigger, fancier armor. You know, they got the little golden shoulder pad and everything.
Nice. I like those a lot.
The pauldron.
Yeah. I like his symmetrical armor in general. And I like that they carried over, like, it goes really well with white and black. And it's just brown. It's really neat.
Well, and like, it's cool because it's a holdover from the Clone Wars, so it gives some symmetry after we get the original stuff.
Well, I mean, that too, yes, but still, it's really neat.
Alright, you watch as 6 Stormtroopers come barfing out of that entranceway. What are your initiatives, kids?
9.
Como is 9. Gotcha. You?
I mean something. What do I add to it? Because I forgot to.
Dexterity, usually. Or if you have any
Dex
feats,
modifier.
you might increase it.
Yeah.
Wait, how does Combo have 9 from Dex?
No,
What?
this is his roll.
That's
You're-
my
Oh,
roll.
okay,
It's 8
roll.
plus 1.
Okay, I was dumb.
No, it's 8 plus 1. It's 9 total.
This, I know.
13.
I know that we might be running some good old-fashioned Iron Claw soon.
Okay, you're faster than me. You pick me up now.
And in Iron Claw, you have side-by-side initiative, which, to be fair, is something I would implement for 3.5 Tomfoolery, or at least loose gang rules, because those are a lot
I
easier.
mean, we played Iron Claw with you.
Yeah, and again, side-by-side initiative isn't rolled for. It says you just roll for readiness. But the point is, the 5 Stormtroopers come first. They roll into the room. Before they notice you, like diving behind the rocks. They point at you. They yell into their masks. If you're still intercepting their comms, you'll hear the classic, "Stop! Get them!" And then
Oh.
several blaster shots come raining your direction.
Did they say the thing?
You're under
Let's see
arrest?
some idea. Let's
Halt,
see some
rebel scum!
idea. Well, they don't know if we're rebel scum.
Yeah, but they're like programmed to say it.
Oh my god. I mean, we could be some other type of scum. But I guess they're
Rebel
so
scum,
progressive.
shoot! Pew, pew, pew.
Look, it's the Pride Month. They don't discriminate on the Pride Month.
On Pride Month, all scum is equal scum.
Yes, exactly.
Halt, indeterminate scum!
All right. I just need to look up your defensive values. Let's see, 18. We got 21.
Mhm.
Oh, you applied your multi-class penalty this time. Your size. Why do you have a 1 size modifier? Are you small?
I do?
It says it on my end. I guess the sheet might have freaked out a bit. Let's take a
Maybe.
look. See.
Let's see.
These probably didn't hit.
No, I shouldn't.
What's their modifier? Just +4. They're not. I mean, they can shoot. That's pretty impressive for how low level they are. But let's see. +4 makes for that. Makes for that. All right. That means that both you and Como have to eat some blaster shots. This goes to your vitality in case you
Yes.
require some. Notice. Wait, how far distance are these? Because you're like at least 10 meters away, right? No. Yeah, you would be. So I need to make sure that this is at least. Gosh. Star Wars. My book. Please open before my very eyes.
Like magic.
Wait,
with
you have a
technology.
blaster pistol. What's the range on a blaster pistol?
On my blaster pistol, let me check it real quick. 10.
Okay.
10 range increments.
10. Yeah, I know range increments and everything. I think rifles are like double that. They are
Mine are-
triple that. They're 30 meters. All right. Both two of you, eat it. Como, let's roll for you first.
Yes.
You take a cumulative total of 12. This goes to your vitality, don't forget that.
Yes.
Zala, you have to eat also 12, although in a different way. The
Oh.
roll's different.
Oh.
At that point, you dive into cover and you actually start benefiting from it. For now, you have to take that dip.
That's why I was having issues. My numlock got turned off.
No. Oh my god, it's that fucking lizard from Star Trek.
Warren. Yes, it's the new Warren, and they never really used them again.
Shame. Zala, you've divin behind cover. Stormtrooper shots are blasting all around you, superheating the rock, creating scorch marks. What do you do?
This is for later.
Okay. I'm getting my lightsaber.
I
This is the exact kind of time a lightsaber's useful.
I would like to remind you that you are more than 10 meters away, so you're gonna have to take more than one move to get to them.
Oh no, I can deflect. We're gonna do the old Clone Wars classic.
Well, that's a interesting idea. All right.
Sword and shield. I can use my defense action in order to increase my AC and deflect blaster bolts back at them.
Okay, listen, Como. Gorntrek is cracking me the fuck up.
I know, right?
Hiss.
Yes.
Okay.
God, it's like the friggin' Dorcas emblem.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Okay, so you're a Jedi Consular 2.
Yes.
You have deflect defense +1 at this point. You
Yeah.
can't deflect it back at them yet. You're not that good yet. Because I did mention that it's kind of rough. Yeah. So at level 3, you get the power to deflect things back at people. Right now, you can just use it to augment your ability to defend yourself against getting literally shot with a gun. So if you
Okay. Then
yeah.
I won't do that. Still getting the lightsaber though. Just may as well have it ready.
All right.
Let me see my powers.
I mean, technically speaking, I think you can use a lightsaber in one hand and a blaster pistol in the other. As long as you don't want to attack with both of them on the turn, you can just use them freely.
Oh, okay. I figured that gave me like some sort of negatives.
So a lot of people make this mistake, and fair enough, but you only take multi-weapon penalty if you use them all in the multi-weapon way. Otherwise, I think you can hold one in each hand and use them however you like, as long as you don't exceed the amount of attacks you're supposed to be making.
Okay, then I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna get the lightsaber and my gun. And how far away would you say we are?
I did mention that they're like a little over 10 meters, so you would take one range increment, which I think is -2.
Okay, well, I may as well take the shot because I get my attack bonus.
You're shooting at basic Stormtroopers. They have a defense of 12. 12 and up, and you hit them. Blast them!
Okay, so I rolled a 9.
Plus.
So I -2, so that is 14.
That hits. Give me some damage. I think it's 3d6.
It is 3d6.
I would like to point out that you probably have multiple attacks. If you want to, you can roll again.
I do have multiple attacks. And actually, my other one is 12 total.
Okay.
Roll 10.
Roll me 3d6 twice and tell me both results.
The first one is 12. I got a 6 on one.
All right.
The second one is 8.
12 and 8 reduced to 7 and 3. So one of the Stormtroopers, you watch the ablative armor scorch and burn, but he stays standing. Because not a lot of people like to pretend otherwise, but they can take a shot if you're not nailing them with plot armor.
That is the point of that armor.
Como,
Yes.
they're all still standing and they're ready to rumble, which is to say that they're probably going to start looking for cover in a minute.
Yeah. I'm gonna plop on the ground. I'm gonna roll out the gun. I'm gonna shoot him. I believe I can do that twice.
You should. You're a combat class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so. Yes.
So are you prone where you're firing this?
Yes.
All
I was gonna drop on the ground because it's a big gun. I don't
Alright.
want to shoulder it.
Yeah, yes. I'm going to write down prone next to your character. All right, blast
Yeah.
them. Shoot twice.
Yes. 1. That's a 2. 1. That's an 18. Yeah.
18.
So 19 for the second attack.
Wait, your attack.
Wait, no, hold on. Yeah, because it's +6/+1. Or what? Wait, no.
Your BAB is what, Como? Yeah, 7. So 7 minus 5 makes for 2. So that'd be 20. All right, well, roll me your 48 on a blaster cannon.
Yeah. Hold on. 4d8. Yeah. 18. 7, 5, 3, and 3.
All right, well, one of the Stormtroopers... Wait, 18 total? Yes.
Yes. Can I go for a headshot?
No, because he's still alive.
Oh.
They have 15 wound points. A critical hit instantly downs one of them. But
Fair
a
enough.
quick
Also-
and an important detail is that they have 5 damage reduction. So anything you hit them with, they take 5 less damage from it.
Ooh, that's cool. Also, on a side note, I found this thing that automatically allows me to do several dice at once. Some nice
Awesome.
little clicky buttons.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really nice. Maybe I'll use that for a bit. But the important looking guy
I switched over to that.
steps forward, and they actually look like trouble. Because when they take out their blaster rifle, they do indeed do that swooping roll to the side, and they directly at, let's say, Como, because he's on the ground.
Yeah.
And they're not that bad with shooting. They rootin', they tootin', and by darn, they shootin'.
Yes.
Watch out, Como. What is your defense? I think it's 18. So that is 15 and 14. So both miss.
Yes.
Because you're prone, the blasts fly over your head.
Yes.
And we're undercover.
However, this guy seems to have as many shots as you do, which means that in due time, they might start pinning you down. Okay, what's this? 86 with a fire?
What?
Yeah, for some reason, oh, that's because of Fireball, isn't it? They made a special button just for Fireball.
That's funny.
Probably because that's a big one that gets used a lot.
There's literally
Yeah.
a Fireball dice roller,
Yes.
which has an explosion graphic. Oh, my fucking god, I can't take this. If I hate
See.
5e for anything, it's the whole... It's all these clowns that have come sprawling out of the woodwork. All right, well, that's the turns. Back to the Stormtroopers, some of whom are hurt.
Okay. They have a separate one just for Fireball.
I know, I saw it. That's why I commented on it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Only goes to 7 though. Oh.
Anything else they have all of them? Not really. Nothing of note. I mean, they could try to throw a grenade, but that's a terrible idea in a cave.
Yes.
Anyway, more blaster shots. Come your way.
Yes. Oh no.
5 of them. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Zala, you better watch out, because they rolled a 20, which means I get to roll to see if it hits as a confirm. Probably not. Alright, well, you still take a hit, and I think that's the only hit that I rolled. They follow their boss's turns. 2 of them go back into the cave they come from, and they kind of nudge into cover, and the other drop to the ground and take advantage of their prone positions, creating a firing line. Zyla, you take 8 vitality damage
No.
as blaster shots pin you down, and you begin to feel the stress and strain. Don't worry, Zyla, you'll only take vitality damage if you ever get impaled on a cold iron spike. I've been told by Ironclaw Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It's now your turn again. They are...
Okay. Can I, really quickly, sort of like reach out and try to feel the minds of the Stormtroopers?
What do you hope to find?
I want to see if any of them have any particular weakness I could exploit to use Affect Mind and turn them on the other ones.
Now, technically speaking, the way the Stormtroopers are written is you can't bribe them or anything of the sorts, but I think that's supposed to mean that conventional tactics don't work.
Oh yeah, because the very first Stormtroopers we ever see talk to get mind tricked.
Because, you can't... Yeah, let me just... Here we go. Stormtroopers are a separate force from the troops of the Imperial forces and do not answer directly to the Imperial military officers. They possess obedience and lasting devotion to the Emperor. They cannot be bribed, blackmailed, or seduced. I love that seduced is separate. You can befriend them, though. You can't seduce them.
So they do have limits.
You can't smooch them, but it has to be a friendly smooch. All right. So you want to affect mind them. What is exactly like? What do I need to imagine? What are you trying to pull here? Because I don't think you can make them shoot at their friends. Like that's normal troops. You might be able to pull that one off, but not with Stormtroopers. That's like the edge they have.
Well, what I could do is try to get a couple of them to be distracted by thinking something else is happening behind them, or try to make them think that orders happen that would distract them for a period of time so we could take out a couple.
I mean, you could definitely try to make them think that they're hearing something that they aren't, which would break their attention very much.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to do that.
All right. Affect mind. Let's see. Skills. Skill descriptions. Affect mind. It's with an A. People forget that version of affect exists.
Yep, affect is before the thing happens.
Here we go. Oh yeah, it's alter perceptions. Obi-Wan Kenobi used this to distract the Stormtroopers aboard the Death Star. And I love that they later mentioned Obi-Wan used it on the Stormtroopers at the checkpoint on A New Hope.
Wait, am I imagining things, or did they actually say, what is this, a gas leak or something? Was that from that, or was it from someone's joke?
All right. Well, go ahead and roll me your affect mind skill. And tell me what the total result is, because that determines
Natural
the save.
20. 26.
26. That means the DC is 20. What are these guys' will saves? +1. All right, cool.
They literally have to nat 20 to survive this.
I'll let you hit 4 of them. I'll let you hit 4 of them. Yeah. 4 of them, what do they hear? What is the stimulus that you fill their brains with?
Rebel assault coming from behind them.
We'll just stick to something a bit simpler, because you're not a fully fledged cool guy Jedi. They hear footsteps behind themselves, or something like that. And they turn around. Well, the ones in the doorway turn around. The ones on the ground, like, they peek over their shoulders, which effectively negates their prone position, because they're not adhering to staying down properly. The others, almost immediately, the remaining 2, try to get them to shake up. Como.
Yes.
The Stormtroopers are distracted by the sun maneuver. By the way, Zala, don't forget to deduct 2 vitality points for using alter perceptions.
Okay.
Como.
Yes.
4 Stormtroopers are now turned away. The remaining one and the big boy are still aimed at your position and firing.
Yeah, I'm going to target the one that is not distracted yet, unless hitting those that are distracted is easier. And like I said,
easier.
It would be easier. Okay, fair enough. I am specifically, I want to kill one whose armor is not damaged, and I'm going to go for the headshot. And the others will have intact helmets, so I'm going to steal that. Oh, it's not going to fit anyway. Anyway, 2 attacks. Hold on. 1, 17. Second one, 6. Fuck.
I wanted to say expand your crit range. So, can you roll me a crit confirm on that 17?
On that 17? Yes. 20. Just natural 20.
All right. Well, as I said, if you confirm a crit on a goon, they instantly go down.
Yes.
So one of them, well, there's your headshot. His
Yes.
helmet flies off together with the rest of his head as you hit him right below the neck and scorch it away.
Oh my god, let's not start another Boba Fett.
Okay, Django.
Yes.
The mid-level
Oh, gosh.
trooper, the fancy captain guy in his little cloak, gets off the ground, and he's running towards you, providing. Well, he's not really like shooting at you in the way that he would actually deal damage, but he's providing like harrying fire. He's pinning you to your position.
Suppressive fire.
Let's see. I need to eliminate a stormtrooper from the bracket. There you go. And the remaining guy, the not distracted guy, does the same thing, providing harrying fire against the Zyla. Basically, the two of you take I think it'd be a -4 to whatever you're doing next. They're basically trying to distract you from what you're attempting to do.
Yes.
The opposite is suppressive fire, where you provide cover for someone by pinning people down in a certain location. It's all about the timing and the aim. Timing and the aim. Zyla, what do you do? A guy's
Okay.
charging towards you.
So what I want to do is I brought some extra energy cells with me. I want to jury rig an explosive out of them.
Oof, that's a fast thing you're trying to do here. Let me take a look. You want to jury rig together an explosive. Let's see what's under repair. What would be reasonable for this jury rig? This would do allows you to make it as little as a full round action. Well, that means that you'll finish it at the end of your turn, but like you can't do this and then use it in the same round.
Oh, that sucks.
You're literally talking about within about 6-ish seconds creating an explosive device and then hurling it.
Okay, well then what I want to do is
I mean, if you spend a force point, I'll let you do it.
okay. I'll use a force point for that.
Marvelous. Can you roll me your repair check to
Okay,
see how
my
fine of an
mod is-
explosive you throw together?
My repair mod is 12.
Marvelous.
So let's go for that roll. 26.
Jesus. All right. Whomst do you hurl this explosive against?
I'm gonna go for the guys who are trying to pin us down in the back, so Como can take out the guy charging at us.
All right. Well, I'm not too familiar with how grenades work. Oh, here we go. Deals damage to all within the radius. Reflex save DC 15 for half damage. Oh, that's cool. That's nice and simple. All right.
Yeah,
let's-
it takes the base cover.
I mean, some of them are partially in cover, so they have a little bit of an advantage on this. But let's see what happens as you hurl this explosive towards them. Roll me 4d6 plus 1, by the way, for the damage.
Wait, that's 44. Whoops. Okay, 21. 3 sixes. Wow.
Okay, well, in that case, I got some good news for you. That is 4 less stormtroopers. There's only the mid-range guy left, as the other ones are all torn and shredded by the roof collapsing on top of them by getting smashed around. Don't forget that some of them, however, took some damage, and they were also the ones who got the saving throws, so it didn't help them. I shouldn't have just not
Also,
rolled
the
for them,
armor's
really.
not as good with concussive than it is with blasters.
I mean, to be fair, you throw a grenade right at their feet. That entrance is not, like, more than a couple meters wide. Explosive radius is, like, 4 in all directions.
Yeah, explosives are also gnarlier in enclosed spaces like that.
You know, just for
Okay, Como.
posterity's sake, can I get a
What?
range attack roll?
26.
Okay, cool.
I rolled an 18.
Because it might be AC 10, but the range increment really bites you in the ass because it's like really big on this one. Throwing 20 meters ish is tough roll with an improvised explosive you crank together in a turn. Como, the last person
Yeah.
remaining is running right towards you.
Okay, let's try to
You're
shoot
not
him.
pinned anymore.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, you are
Shoot him
pinned.
twice.
Como is the one who got pinned by this guy.
Ah. Okay. Let's shoot him twice. The 1, 10. The 2, 12. Ah.
Are those your totals?
Yes. No, not the totals. That's the rolls. And then the first one is going to be 10 plus. Wait, hold on. I lost it.
His defense is 14, by the way.
Oh,
You
in that
should
case,
make that.
yeah. So it would be +6, and then the second attack is +1, right? So the first one would be 16, and the other one would be 13. Is that I'm doing this right, or
Okay, Como, your range bonus is 7.
7? It's
Plus
added
7
to
and
all.
plus 2.
Because -5. Right. So in that case, the first one is going to be 17. The second one is going to be 14.
Then roll me 1 damage roll of 48.
48. 22.
Fuck! That's impressive.
7, 8, 4, 3.
As he runs towards you at full speed, planning to nail you with close range blaster fire. You return the favor almost immediately. Despite his incredible armor damage resistance, like, you took him down to 0 in one shot. You need a 20 damage to bypass the 5 and everything, because he flies backwards as the blaster nails him in the chest, and you are left with the quiet of the tunnels.
Gosh. Well, there's probably a lot of, like, little stuff collapsing, sending noises.
Caves
Anyway.
are getting a little unstable with all these ceilings collapsing, yes?
Yes. Okay, well, I'm going to go and disrobe the headless guy.
What?
Take the armor off the headless guy.
I don't think it's sized for us.
We'll figure it out. I'm just gonna stow it in the bag. I'm not gonna like put it on. I don't want to carry like a whole guy with it.
Why are you taking the guy?
I'm not taking the guy. I'm taking the armor. I'm saying I don't want to carry the whole guy with the armor with me. I just want the armor. What?
You're concerning me.
So
Yes.
So I would like to point out that you're trying to strip a person from power armor, which weighs
Oh,
about
yeah, you know
16
what?
kilograms.
16?
I mean,
Or
the carrying
60?
capacity is not the problem. The problem is that this
Yeah.
person's like strapped into power armor.
Fine. We might be able to do something later. Fine.
I mean,
I'm going to see if they have anything that would be useful for us, especially that guy who had the pauldron.
the guy with the pauldron had something on him, which maybe he would have had better luck using. He has on him 2 stun grenades,
Oh, I am
Yeah.
taking the hell out of those.
Yes.
as well as a frag grenade. In case
I'm
you
going to throw that one to Como.
Again? You cut out a little.
You
You
get
get
the
this
frag
one.
grenade.
Kobo,
Yes!
frag grenade is 46 plus 1 damage.
Hold
Critical
on, I'm
of
putting it on the list.
46 plus 1 damage.
Mhm.
4 meter range increment and a 4 meter explosive radius.
Okay.
More importantly, it does double damage on it has critical 20. What do the stun grenades work like? Because I'm not too sure. I think stun. Let's see how this works. Stun. When a character hit by a successful stun attack, they must make a fort save. Depends on the weapon. If they fail, they're knocked out for 1d4 plus 1 rounds. If they succeed, they're stunned for 1 round. All right. So I think the stun grenade has a similar range. It has a range increment of 4, a 4 meter explosive radius. The DC is 15. I don't know why it says 1512. I need to look that one up, actually.
Weird. Wait, hold on. You said 40-meter range, right? On a grenade? Or 4 meter?
4 meter range increment.
And a 4 meter explosive radius, yes.
Okay.
So if you want to be outside of that radius, you have to throw it a range increment.
Yes.
Here we go. When the object is to detain or subdue rather than kill, military person use a grenade. Anyone caught in the blast must make a fort save. 15 for a direct hit or DC 12 for the surrounding blast radius. There's no reflex save to avoid a stun grenade. You were either caught in the 4 meter blast radius and you were knocked out or stunned. Hey, you always get some returns on that one.
That'll be useful. Also, how do we get our vitality points back?
You heal over time, like over the course of hours. Every hour you haven't done anything too fancy that hour, you gain your level and vitality back.
Is there any way to use like a medical kit or my force healing?
Your vitality is literally something that some characters don't even have. So, no.
Okay, so gotta hope we don't get into too many more fights.
I mean, to be fair, you would have been way better off if you, with cover and everything, you got off way easier. But let's move on. Where do you want to go? You have a map, you know where to go. If you know where to go, where do you want to go? Plenty of places.
Yeah, we're good. Let's try to go back to that exit way we had that was by the docks, because they probably won't be patrolling there too heavily if there's no ships coming in.
Yeah.
If there is a ship, we can jack it.
Como roll me a
Awesome.
luck check.
Luck. Just 100, right?
D20 or whatever. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
I just
D20.
need to know if it's
Okay.
high or low.
18. High.
All right. As you dash your way back, you don't run into anyone else and make your way back to the refinery. and eventually back up, and soon you see the outside at the end of the hallway that leads to the landing pad where they presumably load up the ores. What do you hope to do in this particular location?
Well, is there a ship?
No. This mine is not in
Okay.
active use. There is supposedly a hangar where they perform repairs on ships, according to what the intelligence has told you. And there is a landing pad like on the other side, but there's nothing there right now.
That's the one we came
Okay,
to.
then we go back out the way we came in.
Okay. I'd like
What's
to
up?
point out that you are on the other side of a large gorge as you stand on this landing pad platform.
Yes.
If you wish to leave, having not completed your objective, I'd like to point out that it's going to be tough to make it to the other side.
Well, I mean, we got to get out to go to the base, don't we? Because
You're
this
at-
isn't where all the.
All right,
Oh,
we
yeah,
do
we're in
have
the
an
base.
objective. We do need to make
This
it
is
to
the
a place.
base.
For a moment there, I thought we had to go back to that outpost that was near the town.
That
I got
wa-
myself messed up. I
No.
got my order of operations off in my head.
All right,
That's
is there
fine.
anything you would like to retcon because of faulty information?
Remember, Pambus.
Okay, so where on the map that I have would it be likely that we would find like some people who would have information?
Well, there is a location that's marked offices, and then there's flight control, and then there are several. Well, there's like a meeting room too. There are barracks, storage space, the grinder. Then there's a place that is of some sort of prison, and of course there's some. Oh, what would they be called? I don't know, but they're like fancy things that lead up to the main tower that you saw, the non-flight control tower. There's two out front. One is a big radar dish on
So-
top.
Likely useful places we could get to. I'm gonna say to the lizard.
Yeah.
Prison might have something useful. We could get some people out there, cause some distraction, get some intel.
If there are people in there.
The meeting room probably had security in there, like a camera or something that I could try to get records from.
That would be interesting. Okay. So tic-tac-toe to decide. I mean, breaking out prisoners is classic. Let's do that first.
That would be a good way to get them distracted too.
Yeah, but at the same time, we're gonna get a bunch of innocents shot probably. But hey, it worked for Katarin. Also, shit, I tore my short. Oh,
Thanks,
damn it.
Kyle.
I was about to say we could reference Katarn, but he's not around yet.
Look, yeah, he's not. Well, I mean, technically he is. He just isn't like a character.
At this
thing.
moment, he's probably like.
A baby.
I mean, depending on what universe we're in, he's probably shooting. I don't know, Dark Troopers.
He's in the post Empire era.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that old Dark Trooper stuff happened before.
Do you think he was born with a beard and a haircut?
No. Do you think the
Oh.
beard is born with a Kyle?
Oh,
Point is, you want to go
Yeah.
out to the offices?
well, first to the prison and see if we can break anyone out.
To get to the prison, you have to go through the barracks as well.
Oh, dang it.
Okay, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the offices.
I mean, when I say barracks, I just mean like the sleeping place.
Oh, that's not as bad then. There's probably not that many in the sleeping area at the moment.
If any. Yeah.
It's separate from the mess hall and everything.
Yes.
All right. How do you intend to travel around this facility?
Using the map that we've discovered during
No.
the previous
I mean, like the how, not the what.
Well, predominantly, I think we'd be taking side tunnels as much as possible, monitoring comms, going a bit slow just to be safe.
Yeah.
Excellent. Could I get a luck check from you then?
D20, go. 12.
With all your precautions, you managed to make it to the barracks without
Eh.
getting seen. Welcome to the barracks, where it probably smells a little. In fact, it does smell a little. Each side of this room is about 10 sections on each side, so on both sides there's like 10 little indentations. Inside each of those are a series of lockers and 5 beds on each side, stacked on top of one another. Basically, in total there's about 100 beds. The lockers are labeled and named. None of the beds are given designations. The lighting is rather dim for the room. The strange smell of deodorant and sweat confuses your nostrils. In addition, there's a soft swishing of fans and the snoring of sleeping personnel, because even though they're on high alert, some people they're in the middle of like a 8-hour sleep.
Yes.
And like what? They held like some minor mining incident. No major alarm has been raised yet. At
Fair
most, like a guy confused behind the comms right now.
Yes. Want to trick him?
I don't I don't want to wake them up if we can help it.
So if the only guy is up and he's on the combs, just trick him.
In addition, this is like a hallway going down, and the cubbies are on the sides, and at the end is a door that leads somewhere else. However, most people in this room are sleeping, which means that for the most part you can just walk on through as long as you don't make any noise or try to look through anything. You'll probably make it to the other side because these people are used to through fare.
Yeah, I'll just sneak past.
Yeah, we'll just casually go through without making a lot of noise.
You
Yes.
end up in the prison. This room consists of a few cells equipped with panels and small force field generators. Inside each is a bed. A single desk and chair stand in a small hallway leading into each cell. There seems to be only one cell that's active, and it's at the end, like right in front of the desk. I imagine that you're sneaking and snooping around, that you're not like bumblefucking your way into a room and then going, oh, let's take a look around after we enter. Which means you peek around the corner and you see this. It's an Imperial officer with like his boots on the table, as it were, leaning back. He's got his cap up. Hair's a little raggedy because he's the prison man. He's the bailiff or whatever they call him, the warden.
Warden.
Which means he gets the easy job of just watching 3 doors.
Yes.
He's
Okay.
muttering to himself, apparently wondering what all that ruckus was about.
How far is he from the wall?
His desk and everything are like right up against the wall.
And you said he's leaning back.
For the most part, yes. He's like pretty much up to it.
I want to force push him into the wall and knock him out.
Oh, you wanna slam him in the chest, do you? All right.
Wait, do you want to? Wait, do you want to do the thing that they did to Fry in Futurama?
Just pull the chair out.
Where he leans too dangerously back.
I mean, we could do that, and then if he doesn't get knocked out, you can run over and just hit him in the face.
I mean, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna like pull the chair back.
All right, that'll be 4 vitality points. No, actually 2 because he's a medium creature and the game is nice about it. 2 vitality points. Roll me move object.
Let me move those vitality points real quick. We're gonna need to find a place to take a break soon for me.
Also, as much as I consider this game to be great, I will say the fact that the game is always like using force grip is always evil. I do like that the Jedi Academy, like even good old Kyle's like, listen, man, the force powers don't make the man.
Yes.
The man makes the force.
Yes.
Then again, force grip is like exclusively to kill people.
Oh, it literally just says you use your force to injure a single person by finding the lines of energy that connect all living things together, and
Wait,
using them to grip an organ or crush a larynx. So yes.
Wait, hold on. It's for killing people. I usually just move the AI that's stuck.
So the fun thing is, this thing does. I think it does specifically 3d6 wound damage, so it bypasses all vitality.
I did a total of 14.
I just realized how stupid that would have looked because AI in Jedi Academy often just stands in doorways, especially friendly AI. And I think in the final level, there's like a bunch of Jedi trainees or whatever, and they get stuck, and I just force choke them out of the way because you can release them, and they just kind of plop on the ground and like don't do anything. It's like I thought it's for moving people.
Oh wait, no, this works a bit differently. Wait, what?
Also, yes, it says in Star Wars Dark Jedi, Dark Forces 2 speed when triggered augments the game's sprite speed. So, Force speed existed then, and it was in 1997, which was 2 years before.
Yep.
Sila, the DC for
Yeah.
moving a medium creature is 15.
Am I doing math right? Oh, it is 15. I got a 15.
Let's take a look. See, what did you muck up?
I rolled an 8, and I looked at a different skill and got
Let's
a 6
see.
on my mod.
Your move object is 3 plus 3.
Force push, because you said to combine those.
No. Force push isn't a thing. That's like a weird hold. I don't get that. But force push
Oh,
isn't
then-
separately a thing.
Then my force push ranks should be down at move object.
Yeah, I think
because I just put them in one.
I think they rolled it up. They rolled it up. Now, force lightning is the one. I mean, I guess it's like the whole corruption of the force thing, like destroying
Yeah,
life.
I have 7 ranks there because I put them all in. Force
Marvelous.
push. I
don't
roll
know.
an 8.
Now, I don't want to shit on your banana, but you can only have 4 skills equal to your force level combined plus 3, so you can't have 7 ranks in one.
It's not 7 ranks. It's my ability mod.
Thank you.
Plus 4 ranks.
Point is, hit him in the chest.
No, I pulled the chair out from under him.
Oh, in that case, listen, if all you want to do is pull this man's chair out from under his ass, that's a lot less.
Yeah, that was Como's idea, was to have him fall back and hit his head, and then Como will just run and hit him in the face.
Communication matters. Well,
I
in
thought I
that
said
case,
that.
refund yourself a vitality point. You made it anyway because I think this chair is like less than 5 kilograms. It's not that heavy. So don't worry about it. So refund yourself on a vitality point. He falls backwards. What do you hope happens as a result of this?
I'm hoping his head hits the wall that he said he's near, which will at least daze him, and then Como can just go and
Well,
hit
he'll
him in the
definitely be
face.
stunned for like a moment as he is knocked on the ground, this chair flying in front of him. You hear laughing coming from the prison cell, of course, as whoever's in there's having a jolly old time watching this guy fall on his ass. Como, he's on the ground. What do you do?
Run over him and punch him or kick him.
I
Knock him out.
just club him with your gun.
Damn, it's hard to get a man's clothes on, and there's no reward either.
Yes. Okay. So, for context, they are infiltrating a cult, and they're all wearing robes, and they have been disrobed for a medical examination because the cult was suspicious of them. Like they weren't taking a drug that's supposed to make them docile, and so they knocked out the guy, and they're undressing them to pass as the cultists, and that's what he says, because he is a gigolo. Like all he
Como,
does
I
is
got
like,
it. It's good.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a
Anyway.
melee attack roll. I just need a melee attack roll to see if you can hit him because he might be on the ground, but he's still like aware of his environment to some extent.
Not for long, apparently.
What did you roll?
18.
Isn't that a... No, that's not a crit. You have to get like the super cool guy thing to get a crit
Yeah,
on him.
probably. Yeah, because I'm not using my gloves, which 19, 12, 20.
Okay, well, you still hit him. That's all I needed to know, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, you clock him in the face, and he goes out like a light.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Just for kick, can you roll me 2d4 plus 5, I think?
2d4 plus 5, okay. That's 5 plus 5, 10. Why? Damage? Oh, right,
Okay,
damage.
now a thing that I forgot, that I should remember next time, I forgot those Stormtroopers still have to roll fort saves to see if they fell unconscious as a result of, getting fucking shot with a hypersonic high-energy master blast.
It's just a blaster.
The DC is 10 plus damage, by the way. Fort saves. Alright. So what did you roll again?
5 plus 5, so 10
So
on this one.
10, so that'd be 20. Actually, I'm just going to see if he falls unconscious or not. He does. So yes, completely by the rules, by the books. You punch a man's lights out.
Yes.
He's also probably bleeding from his nose. But hey.
I mean, that's better than just being dead, I think.
Point is, when you stand there over him, you hear a voice coming from behind you. It's a chipper voice, all things considered.
Oh.
Inside the prison cell is a Gungan.
Oh no,
Well, at least it's not Lando,
it's
We'll get-
Senator Jar Jar.
Why are you upset that Lando might be in prison?
because that usually means we're going to have an escort mission and then defend the thing mission. That's going to suck.
God damn it, Lando. Why does Lady Luck get locked up everywhere?
Yeah, exactly. That's such an unfortunate name.
And he's like, well, I gotta be on time for my meeting with Cal Gazan.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
All right, Como.
Who's that individual?
They introduced themselves as Enzo. They used
Oh!
to...
That's the one.
If you took notes, you'll know who he is.
Yes. Yes.
Come
Last
with-
time we did.
Tell class, who is he?
Oh gosh. We were told. Okay. Let me pull it up.
He's the guy who made Ferrari.
What?
The guy who founded Ferrari was Enzo Ferrari. Ringo has mentioned it to me like 30 times. I can't forget it.
Really?
Yeah. He keeps telling me about the feud between Ferrari and another car company.
Como, who is
yes.
he?
I'm thinking. I'm trying to remember. Hold on.
I mean, I'm just gonna tell
Sorry.
you in like a moment, but if you really think you can make it.
I know. No, I'd like to try because this
Do
is
it.
a good thing to try and remember. He was mentioned while we were in the settlement, and I believe either he was an informant or, oh gosh, they mentioned that they took a guy hostage or something of the sort. I don't quite remember.
The Port
Sorry.
Authority and Bakeries was
Yes.
run, the bakery at least, was run by
Oh,
a
the
Gungan,
assistant. Yes,
Gungan called Higsby.
yes, the assistant.
Exactly.
Now I remember the apprentice. Okay, cool. That's neat.
He would like to be let out now, since apparently you're not here with the Empire.
Well, unless they pay more. Anyway, I'm gonna pick up the key.
I'm not
from
here with the
the guy.
Empire.
I'm gonna check the guy for the key. If the
There's
key's
there's
on
not
him,
really a
it's-
key. This is like a mining installation, so there's probably
I
like a
gave
button
them
on
my
the
code
desk.
cylinder. Oh, okay. I thought it
Okay,
was
that
like-
makes sense.
It's a prison that's behind the barracks. If anyone is trying to do like a rowdy breakout, nothing's gonna stop them.
Whip. Zyla presses the button. A pop-up on there in front of her face says, "You need to find an Imperial officer for the security key."
Hey, we got one. He's right here.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
And then you
I
hear the
walk over
voice
him.
line, locked.
Yes. I walk over him and it does that sound. And it's magically in my pocket.
This big clunky key.
Yes, exactly. I like
got-
the way it looks
But
too.
because they don't have space, it's like in the drawer. They put the little.
Yes.
Anyway, Enzo jumps on out. He's excited to be out of there. Finally.
Gosh, yes.
He would like to know who you are and what you're doing here, since apparently you're letting out prisoners on the dime.
Well-
We're looking for information on what the Imperials are up to.
Oh, he seems a little disappointed by that news because he hangs his head and. Oh, you know, at least he's free. He seems happy about that part.
Wait, what did you think we were?
In case you forgot, the point is that Enzo, because the Port Authority and Bakery is like a thing, place people hang out sometimes, he's aware of the fact that a lot of people are frustrated about the fact that the mine is closed down as a result of Imperial occupation. He was kind of hoping that maybe this was like an uprising or rebellion or something to clear it out.
Well, I mean, we are part of a rebellion.
Better than nothing.
Yes.
And besides, if we do enough here, I'm pretty sure that the Imperials are going to be forced to pull out eventually.
Well, since you want to help push out the Imperials, he can give you a little hint.
Oh.
Enzo used to work in the mines as a cook for a while, so he saw a lot of places. He made good with a lot of people, you know, rubbed some elbows, and he happens to know of a way to flood the entire mines with noxious fumes.
Really?
It could be flushed easily later, so it's not a long-term concern, but if you're willing to go for it.
You have my interest.
He does recommend that you have some way to, you know, avoid the fumes yourself, because they're quite oof. Gosh, look at that nerd picking up security keys.
Yes.
Swipe or no swiping. So, what was it you asked, Zla?
Yeah, how do we do that?
Well, it just so happens that the old storage depot is connected to a series of, they pump special gases out and they filter it for whatever they can find. I don't know, something like Tabana gas or whatever the hell they mine out in the middle of nowhere. But the filtration process requires them to store a huge amount of gas because it takes a while and the process isn't very fast. So they just store up the whole day's worth of noxious fumes and then they flush it in the night. But the Imperials haven't seemed to flush the tanks from what he heard. Like the telltale shh hasn't happened yet. So he believes that if you go to storage and you find a way to put that thing directly into the venting system, you could probably make this whole place stink like a bag of onions.
Nice.
I like onions.
Imagine like
Do
a
onions
lot of
exist in
onions.
this
Too
universe?
many onions.
A plurality of onions.
What is the collective noun for a horde of onions?
A bushel, probably.
Thanks. But he's provided you with this information.
The collective noun is a rope of onions.
Sexy.
Really?
Anyway, what's step 2?
Okay. So, what are you gonna do now, Enzo? Because thankfully they're not really on alert yet, because their comms here kind of low.
Well, since you haven't kicked them out yet, you know any place you could just hide out?
What do you mean?
Actually, if he can get back to the docks that we were at, those don't seem to be really frequented.
So you point him that way?
Yep, because if he goes there carefully, we didn't ever see anyone there.
Excellent. Well, unless you have any further questions, he'll be making his way out now. He's had enough of this stuffy jail cell.
All right.
Also, I'm going to check the officer to see if he has anything we should take away from him.
He probably has like fancy encrypted communications technology because, you know, he's a fancy boy.
Something to mess around with. Sure.
Let's take a
I'm
look.
digging that.
What does he carry in his back pockets other than that? A code cylinder Common link, datapad, uniform, rank insignia, and a blaster pistol. Because, he's just some backdoor officer.
So I'm taking that blaster pistol, his datapad. Gonna try to see if he has anything interesting in there.
There's a lot of personal logs which both complain and seem to enjoy the fact that he sits in the back, monitoring a jail cell that's mostly empty. Although he seems to complain that he has to babysit a Gungan. Primarily the part where the Gungan doesn't seem to be as exciting as he heard rumors about. He's been told that they were quite the clowns, but apparently this one just sat silently and, waited for this all to blow over.
Yes.
It also mentions, and this is important, the fact that they had a meeting recently. The whole fancy hidden meeting. This is the reason why you're here, to get those notes on that meeting. Base was on high alert. There's a contingent of stormtroopers. He mentions that the boss of the actual base, Wende Contul, dang. I generated Star Wars names so you can tell. Wende Contul is very, very, very upset with being here in the first place. And now she has to contend with stormtroopers who are their own little contingent and they act on their own. And she's basically shit-pissing tired of being here at all.
Well, she won't be here for long.
Apparently there's lots of... She's been non-stop complaining about LBQ 400. The stormtrooper officer that leads the small contingent of them.
Yes, it was mentioned earlier. Hold on. My notes. Wait, that's not it. Hold on. I have too many notes.
He has too many notes.
Yes, well, at least I make them. It's a good problem to have. Is this the one? No. Is this the one? Yes. Yes. Yes, there we go. All the names. Okay, cool. LBQ 400 and 1K Kanto are in my notes.
Excellent.
Yes.
As mentioned, Genkai Golden Tool does not like being on this planet. She doesn't like the fact that she now has to put up with the stormtroopers, and because, well, they had a high security meeting, and after that, everyone is kind of just kicking up their boots because they're a little sick and tired of having to be in high alert. So, it's low alert mode right now, except for the stormtroopers, who are... Let's just say that LBQ runs a tight ship in keeping them on their feeties.
Yes.
Is there any indication in the notes of when the meeting was? Because then I could try to check the security logs better.
No,
A few parsecs ago. Nah.
Parsecs is distance.
Parsecs is space. Is distance.
You tell that man. You tell Han Solo that.
Yeah,
they
see-
actually retconned what that meant.
Oh,
I know.
it doesn't
I
even
know.
have.
I know.
It doesn't even have to retcon. It's like cutting it close to like a black hole. So it's a distance thing. It could be.
That is the.
Why?
That is the retcon they went with, Como.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is the retcon. Oh, I'm done.
Yeah, because in it was in the games that they extended. They mentioned what Kessel was.
Okay, I'm sick and tired
A
of all
prison,
this.
right? What was sick and tired of what?
Fun fact: in Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds, I think there's a mission where you free Kessel.
It's
Yeah,
in Rogue
Kessel's
Squadron. In Rogue Squadron, you go to Castle.
yeah, Kessel was in a prison mining facility
Point
near
is-
the mall.
Point is that the
Yes.
meeting was like a week or so ago, so they still have like logs and everything on what happened.
Yes.
Is there a reason why you wanted to know how long ago it was?
So
Because
we
I'm
can
gonna
find
try
it
to check
faster.
security logs to see if I can get information that we need for our mission.
You could probably get like a nice list of names of people that are here. Like officer names, designations, ranks, basic information on who they are and where they're from and what they do. Not like where they're going, but where they're from, which is more than nothing. So there's probably a few moths in there too.
Oh, we got big names.
There's a reason they sent you.
Yes.
You're level 7. They didn't send you to do a freaking blue milk run.
Actually, 8.
Alright. Well, that's that. What's step 2?
Blue milk. Do they have normal milk?
Probably, but that's not very science fiction of you. What's your step 2?
Okay, so we need to gas the place,
Yes.
and then quickly get into the offices and try to get those notes, and then we can
Yes.
get out. So let's try to get to the to the storage area where we can jury rig this up.
Yeah. I could also probably try to make something of a gas mask.
I'm sure with the stuff we have in supplies, we'll be able to
Yeah.
find something to use as a
You
rebreather.
slink your way over to storage. Several immense containers litter this room. A huge crane hangs overhead, and an elevated catwalk leads to an enclosed room. Two groupings of 10 B-1 battle droids sit in a far corner. The air is chilly and dry with a stagnant, dusty quality, often reserved for retirement homes. You also see a series of pipes in the back that connect up to, well, a series of large tanks, but they were so muffled away that they blend into the walls. There appears to be no one here, but to be fair, you don't need stormtroopers to watch a bunch of boxes.
That's true. It's like a shit assignment. Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
rummage through the boxes to see if I can make something up.
That's what I was going to ask you to do, is to look for something we could use for filtration.
Yes, sir. I can do boxes.
Odds are there are probably some gas masks you can easily pilfer. The problem is these masks are a bit old, haven't been checked.
They're also probably shaped for human heads.
No. They're probably like generically shaped ones with like rubber fittings and everything, so they fit on most people's faces.
Makes sense.
And you can probably just cut some rubber to make it work, because you're a tech boy. You can do it. You can jury rig
Yeah.
it.
Let me see if I can roll something well.
I need a repair check, yes, to make sure that these masks you're picking up are actually functional.
Just a 1d2, okay. Excuse me, a 1d20. Beep, 13, and my bonus to repair
Yeah,
is
you make
10.
it.
But when I'm jury rigging, it's actually 12.
Don't worry about it. If you manage to pick apart the ones that are useful and functional.
Yeah.
This takes a while. What is Seku doing?
Well, I'm going to go and I'm going to check out the system we were told about for how to get see if I can reroute the excess gases into the air vents.
Checking out the large tanks. In front of them is one of those, nice big control panel. Got all the blinking lights and buttons on it. Even with a cursory glance, you can figure out that this control panel is indicating that these tanks are not meant for long-term storage, and that the building up pressure is becoming a little uncomfortable. It's been silently loosening small amounts of it, but at this point it's going to either rupture or burst or something. Unless it's vented quickly.
Stage for setting that part up. Is there anything for these battle droids?
What about him?
Any control system around here that would be sliceable?
You know what? Let's put your eyes to use. Give me a spot check.
Oh no, I'm absolutely awful at spot.
I mean, you can always yell.
Wait, no, I actually put points in. I put points in.
You
it.
can literally also just yell at your friend and ask, "Hey, can you also do a spot check while I'm busy?"
I'm gonna
my
ask
eyes
you
are
to do that too.
My eyes are on the side of the head, so yes, I can look. I have plus 10 to it, so.
Good,
What's up?
because I got a 5.
Okay. 1d20,
We're looking
right?
for we're looking for a control system for the droids.
Okay, I rolled a 9 plus 10, 19.
Do you notice that? So some of the boxes are like small portable. Others are like big containers.
Mhm.
You notice that one of the containers has like this faded writing on it. You think it's on top of some boxes, so it's like very much out of the way, but still on top. You think it says B1 on it. That might be what you're looking for.
Can you get that while I
Yeah.
get this program?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any proficiency with climbing?
Me?
Yeah.
Boy, do I. Let me check.
Well, I'm not gonna make you roll for this
Yes, I
because
have.
if your skill is good enough, I could just say that you can just take 10 and make it up there.
Yeah, I have 8 in it.
Let's see. What can a DC 18 get you? That can get you any surface with adequate handles and footfalls, natural and artificial, such as a rough natural slope or an unknotted rope. Well, if you can climb an unknotted rope, you can climb some rough industrial containers, I'd say.
Eh.
Last I checked, God dang it. Yeah, the
It's
Star
the
Wars
writing on it.
containers are quite rough, so you can easily climb on those with a little bit of effort. You make your way up to the B1 container. It appears to be closed.
Is it heavy? Excuse me, is it light enough for me to actually pull it down to the ground carefully?
Okay, I love this one part. There's a minus DC to the minus 10 to the DC if you're climbing inside of an air duct. Or other location where you can brace against the other. I love that part. They could have just copied the 3.5 text and been fine, but nope. They know you're going to be in vents. Okay, what are you trying to do, Como?
Is it possible for me to pick it up and lower it without like collapsing the whole thing?
So this
Is
is
it
like this is
light enough for me to pick
this
up?
is like at least a 2 by 2 meter box. It's big, shipping container big.
Okay, can I open it? Is it like stacked on? Is shit stacked out on top of it?
I mean, if you think you have the muscle to break it open, if you have tools that can help with that, that also help.
No, I do have these gloves, so I could just punch the lock.
I'm talking leverage.
Maybe. Ooh, leverage. Can I climb on top of it?
You can stand on top of the box, yes.
Okay.
I have 3 lightsabers.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Can you give me a can opener real quick?
Yeah, throw you one of the red lightsabers. Just be careful with it and give that back.
Okay, Argus, because you need to be careful with this thing. Can you roll me just a dex check?
Dex check? Yes,
Balance.
absolutely.
How about it?
Just 1d12? Excuse me, 1d20
Yeah, because
again?
you're standing on top of a stack of containers with a thing that can poke your eye out just like that. So please roll me.
Yeah, okay, sure. I rolled a 4, but I have +8.
This thing is like you're not sure how Seku holds this thing without like constantly cutting themselves, but hey,
Mhm.
you managed to. The big problem with this thing is that, as it mentions, you can cut through anything with these, but it takes some time. It's kind of like cutting through really thick butter. So it's like you have to strain yourself, but you don't want to overexert yourself that you plug it out and hit yourself in the face.
Yes.
As the lid goes down like a little bit and then just slides off. Inside is this massive orb on top of a small ring that holds it up, and there seems to be a glowing control panel to one side.
Shit. I'll describe it to. Excuse me, I'm the engineer too. So,
Yeah, I'm not.
This is a
something I
droid control
recommend?
system, yes.
Okay. Can I operate it?
You can climb inside if you want to. There's a panel,
because
but it's not like
yeah.
you're like coming in from the top. The panel does not sit on top.
Okay, fair enough. I'll go in.
Seko, you notice that your friend has vanished into a box.
That's probably not great.
All right, Seko, you've taken a look at this panel and you think you know how to do it. I'm not even gonna make you roll because this is just like you know what you're looking at.
Mhm.
You've seen maintenance panels before.
Yep, I'm just waiting for him to get the droids up and running so he can have them
All right.
go and cause
Okay,
enough of a stir.
Okay, Koma, you're faced with a control panel and a large electrical device.
Mhm.
How do you think you can make this do what you want it to do? What do you want it to do anyway?
Well, first of all, what I'm looking for is some sort of like help menu. Although I don't think they have any sort of thing of such thing in
Okay, you
in
want to
the
take
Galaxy
20 on
Star
this?
Program. Yes.
All right, you take 20 on a computer use check as you try to figure out how this thing works.
Yes. I'm gonna be careful for now. I don't
You're
want
like-
it shooting us.
By take 20, I don't mean like you slam your hands against a console. I mean you check through all the menus and you press the little question mark in the corner.
Yes.
It takes you some
All-
time, but
All
what,
Seco hears is just the standard bleep bloop of.
what specific thing do you want these things to do?
Gosh. Well, we want them to fight, right, Seco?
Well, I want him to cause enough of a problem that any stormtroopers left will go for them.
Can I program them to start the gas leak?
Well, I mean, I can just do that myself.
Oh, actually, the check here is to reprogram a droid is 10 plus the in score. So yes, you could probably just take 10 on this actually.
Oh, okay, fair
It
enough.
takes
No,
10
no, no.
minutes though.
What I meant is so we can do it like on command. Just tell them to do it once we're far enough. It starts, and then we use it as a distraction. In that sense,
Mhm,
so we don't have to be
mhm,
like here.
mhm.
Well, the place is going to get, the entire facility is going to get flooded.
There's no
Yeah,
subtlety about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
what I
understand, but
want to
what I'm-
do
Yeah, go ahead.
is send the droids to another part away from the offices
Okay.
so that everyone's out of our way.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I can probably do that. We have the map. They have the map,
You send
right?
them to the front gate, which is out of the way, and I'll keep them
And
busy.
I've got one last little trick I would like to do to a couple of the droids on their way out.
Which
Oh.
is
I'd like to tamper with their power cells so that a couple of them explode after a while.
just fucking excuse me.
Seco is just
That's
very
going to get
racist.
some eyes.
Just yeah. Okay, so they explode when?
Let's give it 20 minutes.
Seco is super racist against clankers. I just think
Okay,
they're cute.
that is okay. The sabotage an electrical device is considered a DC 15, so go for it.
Which skill am I using?
Disabled device actually, although you can try to slice them properly too if you want to.
Don't look at me. My disabled device is like 2.
If I can So for slicing, I could use computer use for it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use my computer use, and I'm gonna slice them. 19
Sure, we'll go with
total.
I'm gonna be peering over your shoulder because I have no idea how it works, but I'm curious.
that. All right, you set these droids up for a lot of stuff. What's the next step? You're pretty sure something's gonna happen.
We
Yes.
get our gas masks on. We send the
Yes.
droids out. We flood the facility.
As you're
Yeah.
taking care of all of this, and you're
Yes.
like getting your masks on, you hear voices come close. You've been messing around for a while now,
Yes.
and some people have shown up.
Yes.
They appear to be non-soldiers because they're not carrying weapons. One of them is just carrying a little box in his hands. He's
Well-
complaining and complaining about the
Pushing for
fact that he
Yes.
has to maintain this gosh darn crane. And he's with some people. This is his little friend with him, too.
Yes. We should tell them.
Is it a pit droid?
There's also... Let's see, how many of these people do they have? Can they miss someone on this? The factions, thank you. No, they can't miss anyone on this. Wait, what's that? Yeah, okay. So, you watch... there's a couple of people with them. It's like 2 combat-capable individuals.
Yes.
And like, how many engineers are there total? Yeah, there's like 3 technicians here with their big boss who's like telling them go and fix that crane because we've been having trouble, so we can't load the thing off.
Yes.
We just heard. Well, they probably by this point heard about the droid attack, so they're like, we want to bring that thing down and inspect it. So go and fix the crane so we can take care of that so as soon as possible.
Yes.
What do you do during all this? As these people will go into the room and they'll start messing with the little box upstairs on the catwalk.
Well, we should probably inform them and give them some, like, a minute to pick up masks.
Yeah, if they're not soldiers, then
There's
I'm
like
gonna go try to talk to them.
there's like 5 non-soldiers and 2 people that are obviously like Imperial Forces personnel,
Yes.
aka guys with guns.
Yes.
Okay, so this guy's guns.
There's 2 guys with guns.
Well, the only bonus to the policy that I get is for trading, and we're not trading, so.
Well, I'm good with dang, we didn't take the Imperial officer stuff with us.
Wait, why not? We did. We picked it up specifically.
I'd like to
I
point
didn't
out
take like his insignia and things.
that when I say that these guys are like good, like military men, I do mean like, do note that the Stormtroopers you fought were like good, like average guys. Like Stormtroopers are ahead of most people in terms of
Yes.
raw skill and
These
potential.
are just local militia. That's fine.
These are just local dudes who've been given a. I mean, they're trained. These are the base personnel. They're important. They know what they're doing. They're probably like, at the very least, been through a few fights. But
Yes.
to you, they're pushovers.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go try to talk to him then.
All right. Do you have any skill with intimidation to like push them down, as it were?
Let me go check. I have my charisma bonus, so I'm not trained in.
All right. Then what exactly do you do as you present yourself to them and decide to have a conversation?
I was gonna try to bluff my way through it.
All right. then
Yes,
what do
please.
you present as a bluff?
Okay, I'm gonna go in there and say that we're specialized engineers that were sent here to work with the overflow gas, and it's about to burst. You guys need to get out. I'm not even gonna be lying.
All right. All right. All right. Well, that just gives you the benefit of telling a lie that's convincing, but you still are telling a lie. So go ahead and roll me that bluff and see what rolls out the other end.
Okay, come on, don't fuck this up.
As you pop out of nowhere from behind. I mean, to be fair, the boxes are like separating the crates, so it's like, oh yeah, I guess you would come from behind.
Yeah,
the
and we're at the
boxes.
control panel for it.
Let's see. What
Okay.
are okay? Oh my God!
14.
I would
Oh.
like to point out. I
Hmm.
would like to point out, and this is actually fucking killing me because this is incredible. The examples table isn't just like how believable it is; it's actually some lies you might tell.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's see. The target. The bluff is way out there and almost too incredible to consider. You might find this hard to believe. I'm actually a Jedi Master who was sold into slavery by a Dark Lord of the Sith. You know, the Jedi Archer sure that you can believe me. Targets wants to believe you. These droids aren't stolen. I'm just desperate for credits right now, so I'm offering you them to you cheap. Oh, this is cute. This shuttle doesn't belong to the Emperor. It just looks like his.
Funny.
It's just the same model.
I mean, yes, it is the same model. It's like, shit, it's been unchanged for like 100 years.
Oh man, this is actually pretty cool. I'm just a simple
it-
trader for the fair.
It's like, hey, they made 7 millions of these. And I've got, like, fake, like, truck nuts and, like, what's it called, license plate that says the Emperor.
Because above the massive targets is okay against their sense motive. Let's see, what's these guys' sense motive? I don't think it's gonna be very high because that's not their job.
I mean, also there was an explosion. And it makes sense that we're the Imperial specialists sent over for an investigation.
Okay, so these fuckers have nothing. What did you roll again?
14 total.
Yeah, they're not. They're on you. They believe you. They are not trained to handle someone coming out of nowhere telling them very convincing lies.
But also, I can point directly at the gas container, which is
Yeah,
leaking
I
a little
know,
bit.
but like this is a secure base. There's ledgers of people who go in and out, so maybe that might be a thing that they consider.
I mean, I assume we have the security key, or did you say like a cipher cylinder or something? Code cylinder?
Code cylinder.
Yeah, it's not a key, I guess.
So you,
Basically, it's secure information.
Oh shit! Wait, hold on. If we're gonna gas the whole place, the guy who is the officer is gonna suffocate. So we should probably tell him to go pick him up and like drag him out or something. I don't know.
okay? So
But if they know that there's an unconscious guy, they will go and know that we're not just engineers.
that guy's not unconscious for hours. They can slap him awake and ask him questions on who the fuck did this, and then they'll point to
Oh.
you.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
we don't
fine.
need to we don't need to clear up Imperial officers.
Screw it. Can I go and put a mask on him? It's not. Is
Oh
it
my
too
No,
far?
God.
we don't care about him.
Fine.
We kind of need to keep going.
Fine. Fine.
Como, I
Fine.
will give you a force point for being such a polite boy about this.
I don't know
Look,
why
I
you
just-
want to help an Imperial
Because-
officer who is a prison owner.
If you want to,
Be-
Como, I'll let you spend that force point to make sure that that guy makes his fort saves and comes out alive.
Yes. Please.
Also, for
Who knew?
context, I'm saying noxious gas. I'm not saying lethal or deadly gas. He'll probably just be very smelly by the end.
Yeah, that's fair. The reason why I'm doing this is because it's one thing when I shoot people who are attacking me and want me dead. That's one thing. And
Como,
when
I
it's
get it.
supposed to live
I
guys
get
who
it,
are
Como.
knocked out.
It's fine. Can we move on, please? Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
fine.
So you tell these people this situation. What do you tell them they should do as a result of this situation?
Pick up the
I tell them
masks
they
and-
should.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not asking you, Como.
Sorry.
I tell them they should, in general, get out of this, especially this area here,
Mhm,
because
mhm.
this is probably
Ground
a danger
zero.
point while I'm fixing this. Yeah. Generally, get further into the tunnels if you can, because this facility, the center area, is probably going to be not very good for a bit.
Okay. There are two questions you have to absolve before you can make it onwards. There are two problems, which is two things that they'll do that will mess this up. One, why shouldn't they tell anyone else about this? And two, why shouldn't they phone their boss about this?
Okay. One, we're about to make an announcement on the comms for it. They want us to go and make, we're assessing this, but this is more of a precaution. They should step out. It's not an immediate problem, but this is an active work site.
And why shouldn't they call their
So-
boss about this?
Because we're about to get on call with the boss. And right now, just get out. We're going to be walking your boss through everything.
I'm going to need
actually.
another bluff check, but this is a tougher one because you're asking them to kind of break protocol here.
Okay, come on. Don't fuck up.
Don't forget, you can always spend a force point for that big bonus, but you can wait until after the roll.
16.
Ooh, well, considering their DC on sense motive is again 10, even with the +5 for telling a bit of a hard lie, you know what? They're like, they're not huffing and puffing, but they're more like, between this and that, they just kind of resign themselves to it, and they'll take the risk. They'd rather not suffocate to death, since apparently this is a huge concern.
Plus, Imperial officers, they change their shit every.
Not to mention the fact they heard of like a couple of people just got shot or something. There's something down there, so yeah, there's probably something up. Oh, because the seismic activity has probably been recorded, so they are going to spend a little bit of time waiting in the tunnels until they get an official report. And if they don't hear anything, they're probably going to raise alarm. But for now, you've bought yourself some time.
Yes.
Which is probably the point where the gas starts leaking.
Probably.
Okay, let's hit the button.
You hit the button. The droids start running amok. Amidst this chaos, you sneak your way over to the offices.
Yes.
Soon enough in the distance, you see the firefight between... I mean, the Stormtroopers have no difficulty mowing these things down. This is like a minor distraction. But the battle droids have an advantage. They're not affected by this nauseating gas.
Yes.
It turns out, not being affected by nauseating gas is very useful when trying to shoot a gun.
Yes.
One cool trick America doesn't want you to know about guns. Can't use it if you're vomiting.
We did legitimately try to make weapons for that.
What about a weapon you can use when you're spewing?
No,
we're
to make
using
people
those.
vomit.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'm losing my shit right now. The funny part is, status conditions aren't mentioned in the index, unless they're under S for status. Don't tell me they're under S for status. No. But still makes me upset because it's annoying. Here we go,
Is it-
stunned. 288. What does nauseation actually do to them? Let's see. There it is. Oh, no, not. There is no nauseated. Okay. Sure. Probably exhausted or something like that. Well, the point is, the situation evens out a little bit. You're making full use of all this cool situation.
Yes.
What does stun do? Loses their dexterity bonus, drop what they're holding, can't take no any actions. +2 to attack rolls against that character, plus usually 1 run. Okay, gotcha. You hurl yourself into the offices, and I'll tell you what it looks like. As you run through the caves and through the nicely made spaces, here we go. The offices. A few segregated desks make up this room. Between the abundance of cover, there's also an abundance of paperwork and information technologies. A large meeting room sits off to the side, unused but ready for any necessary negotiations. The air is dry, cool, and crisp, with a hint of cologne in the air.
Well, I mean, we don't get the cologne anymore.
In the back is a turbo lift that probably goes up to the what's it called, flight control tower. And as you enter, you probably see like an officer heading up to the flight control tower to start coordinating efforts because something is amok. Coordination is needed. Well, you're in the offices. What do you do?
Okay, let's go to the biggest office and try to find those notes, because that's going to be where the leader's office is.
Excellent.
Works for me. Can I help look?
Of course you can help look. Your spot check is significantly better than mine.
It takes no spotting to figure out where the biggest office is in a. It's not like an office floor like we would imagine. So you can find this with the greatest of ease, especially with your boy and his good eyes. His special eyes.
Sharingan.
Flooded them for the camera. All right. You make your way into the fanciest office around, which is probably has like a big U-shaped desk. There's little ornaments on it. It has a fancy like flip-out computer pad and all the works.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those computers you can fold out, and the keyboard is down there. You can have your hands flat. It's real nice. The chair's real big. It's got a ventilation system of its own. There's also
Currently
this.
spewing cactus gas.
There's also the fact that there's like a thin green hanging gas at the bottom. It's filling the whole place up slowly but surely. All right, what do you do as you stand in this office doorway?
Okay, so since there's no one in there, I'm going to quickly go in and start searching the computer for the information we need. I can put it onto the code cylinder I brought with me.
Now, unfortunately, while normally your computer use is more than sufficient, this is a well-secured and very important computer. It's a little bit more secure than the average computer you're dealing with. This is where I waggle my finger. And, it's going to be difficult. So, roll me computer use as you start slicing.
Thank God I specifically made myself a slicer.
Put on those cool guy goggles, baby.
I have a GIF again in a minute. Nat 20.
Let's see, you have 6 ranks, 3 intelligence, that makes 9, 29. Oh my goodness, you actually did it.
Here it is.
I would like to point out that the DC is 25 for average computer security, which this probably would be. So yes, Hacker Man.
Also, I have tools.
Oh, that
I actually brought a security kit with me.
I think that just helps negate a penalty for trying to do it without it, but it doesn't matter. All right, crickety crack, break mother's back. Cool. Well, you slick and slice your way through the computer, perform some basic checks on some recent information. It's all like standard packages they have, so you know what it looks like on the inside. You find the notes and also commentary from the person who owns this computer about said notes. Download it all, baby.
Right into my code cylinder I brought with me.
Now, Como is the person who's not busy with a computer and hearing all the bleeps and bloops
Yes.
of the control panel.
Yes.
There's someone outside. As in, there's security personnel moving around, and some people are making their reports. They're like coughing and wheezing their way forwards.
That makes sense. Yes.
What do you do in response to this?
I'm just waltzing around.
They're waltzing around, and they might notice you if you don't do something, because the door is open, and there's like a small glass window off to the side as well, so you can look into the rest of the offices as well.
Is there any sort of like a blinds that I can pull down, or like close? There's usually one.
There is. You drop the blinds.
Yes. Close the door, and then close the thing.
I hope they don't notice you do that.
Yeah. Well, if they notice me do that, well, I mean, I'm just an engineer.
One of them does indeed peel off, and takes a closer look of like, why is that happening now when I'm called to the security tower?
Yeah.
And then he turns away and goes up to the turbo lift with his buddies, who are like, come on!
Yes. I
All
mean,
right,
look, if he walked in, I'd probably bite his face off or something.
you've hacked the mainframe and downloaded all of its information.
Here's me.
God dang it. He's hacking on both fronts.
Yes.
As you leave this fine little office with your security code cylinder in tow...
Can I delete the notes for them?
What?
On their side, so they don't have the information.
Sure, you can delete whatever you want. Because you're in, baby.
I mean,
Yeah,
is
I
it
give you a
possible for
dick
you?
and I just get delete it.
Can you try to implicate the Huts in some capacity?
No.
Fair enough.
As you step out, you are confronted with the biggest, baddest person inside this whole facility. Or, well, let's put it like this.
Yes.
You hear this heavy metal rolling sound
Oh no.
as you step out of the office. A large, you would call it tank-like with how much metal this is, that just stops, rolls backwards onto its hind leg, and two stringy eyes look in your direction.
Oh no, it's cute.
It's Droideka.
It is
Yes.
a droid.
Master, destroy us.
This thing will obliterate you in moments if it's given the chance. And it
Yes.
almost immediately starts discharging. And I love that the game actually tells you what these are. Let me look them up so I can give you the full term. You can be like, ooh, that's sexy. I love that this thing actually gets a special... I love that there's a little sidebar that's like, by the way, did you know that droidekas have like so many fucking bullets they can shoot? It's great.
Yeah, it's like they pack the whole bullet into 60% more bullet per bullet.
We want
Yeah,
them-
they have heavy blaster cannons.
To be specific, they have 2 heavy repeating blasters. I thought it had like special name in there too, but I think I saw that on another website. But point is,
Could be
Yep,
about the color
this thing has a
codes.
shield generator. It seems to be the only one around. There's no other ones here, but it starts discharging like
Holy shit.
Take
around the
cover.
room. You die
I'm
behind
gonna-
cover, but find yourself
Yes.
now behind cover, pinned down by a thing that has enough firepower to take care of an average vehicle.
Come on,
Yes.
grenade.
Yeah, grenade. Yeah, I'm about to do it.
No,
I
no,
believe,
no. Don't throw it. Don't throw it. Roll it.
Yeah, roll it on the floor so it rolls into the shield and then explodes. It's exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah, the Clone Wars taught me that one.
This thing
Yeah.
is slowly but surely advancing in your position as you decide to
Yeah.
roll this grenade outwards.
Yes.
Como,
And I'm gonna plug my ears.
range attack, please.
Yes. Hold on. 1d20. Please.
Oh my god, I love the one where they take the turret apart and he's just full of bullets.
Yes, exactly. I rolled exactly 10, so it's 10 plus 7, I assume. Yes.
Well- You're in a small office, so I think 10 will actually do it.
It might.
Can you roll me
You just
46
need to
plus
roll
1?
it into that shield slow enough to
40.
not bounce.
4d6 plus 1.
Yes.
Okay. 4d. Wait, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong. 4d6 plus 1.
Now, the shield
12.
mostly... What?
12 total with everything.
I think you're gonna like this.
Why?
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna say it because it rolled a 1 on its reflex save to half damage.
Oh.
It like steps
Crit
on one.
fail.
It steps on the grenade with one of its claws in arrogance, which also means that the whole leg just gets blown off and it falls over. There's blaster fire singeing all over the room, and fires are starting as this thing continues to just around the room.
It would have been extremely silly if it stepped on a round thing, just slipped on it like in a banana peel, and then exploded also. Okay, let's just run out. Let's lock it in the office.
Behind
Screw
you, you hear a
Yeah. Uh-oh.
It's the turbo lift. And coming through it is something that's not as polite about this.
Uh-oh.
This is the fanciest Stormtrooper armor you've probably seen. It's got the trims, it's got the cape, it's got everything.
Oh no.
Would you like to meet the biggest, fanciest boy in the room? This
Yes.
person has vitality points. That's how
Wait, hold
fancy
on
they
now.
are.
Wait, hold on, but I've already seen Zyla.
God damn it. I don't
Yo.
want Get out of here. Get out of here. You're fired.
You
Flanking
can't
them,
fire me! This is a contract job.
flanking them are 2 equally fancy-looking boys. It's an elevator. Not many people fit inside, so they're taking the big guns out.
Yes.
They and their
okay.
fancy helmet give you the Captain Phasma spiel, but they sound
Oh, no.
cool doing it instead of sounding like a big weenie going "Tuayo."
They're actually gonna do something.
Did you really think we didn't see you, rebel scum?
Yes, actually, because you're usually way dumber than this.
Okay. Can I use a force point to throw the droideka at them?
Okay, we'll get to that in like 5 seconds. Can I have a monologue first, please?
Go ahead, monologue away.
No, it's not. I don't have a monologue prepared actually. This is all improvised. They give you the basic spiel of like they'll have to peel you off the walls when I'm done with you. They give the order. They take out their guns, and you use the Force, Luke, and hurl Droideka at them. Now, if I'm correct, I think Droidekas are actually large creatures because they're pretty fucking big.
No, they're kind of like almost up to human height.
I'm looking up. Droideka has damage resistance 3, but it gets like an extra 9 from its shield, which is like fuck.
Droideka weighs 75 kilograms.
75. Oh, cool. That makes it a medium creature technically. The funny part is I love this. When it's on this little baby legs, its speed is 4. But if it's in the roly poly mode, it goes 25. It's faster than most people. It's
Oh
terrifying.
yeah, no, they're
honestly.
super fast when they're rolling, and they can unroll in like 2 seconds.
By the way, this thing is still like rapidly shooting all over the place. So can you make me, let's say, a DC 20 as you try to very quickly hurl this object at them, and give me 4 fatality points for the effort. As you're like, I'm
Okay.
not having this chat.
And if I use the hero point, the force point, do I get bonus?
I think you get your force dice bonus, which I think for your case is 46 probably. Let me look it up for you.
Nice. Also, Zyla, want to know what my plan was?
That's what.
Here, it's in the side chat.
A 7th level Jedi uses 3d6 as a bonus dice.
Remember that?
Okay. With the bonus dice, I have a total of 24.
Good enough. Good enough. All right. Well, that means I have to look at the environment tab because I need to know how much it hurts to get hit by a fucking Droideka.
While it's shooting at you.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just wildly shooting.
Now, your role was just to hurl at them.
Yes.
Where those
Yeah, I
arms
wasn't
are
aiming
aiming and
it.
shooting is, you know what? Can the two of you just roll me a luck check? Because I don't know if you guys get hit by stray bullets. Just for
Yes,
kicks.
please. I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 15.
Okay, then the two of you are fine because the odds are minuscule. This thing shoots quickly, but it's shooting all over the place. There's 360 degrees times 2 times 3, baby.
Yes.
Actually, what? Up, down, left, right. Yeah, they've only be times 2. All right, let's see. This thing is a large-ish thing, so it does 2d6 damage. I mean, it's not going to kill someone unless they get unlucky. But it might knock them out. So, oof. Oh. Oh, that's sad. DC was 20, but they rolled 12. So let's see what 2d6 damage will do to them. That is 5, which means I have to roll a fort save to see if they get knocked unconscious. I rolled it. They stay conscious. They duck out of the way, as it were, and they get hit. Like they get this massive scar of one of the back legs like scratching over their body.
Gosh.
They keep opening fire. The two guys beside them, because you know they spread out when they get out of the elevator. They just start shooting, and we get into proper initiative. This is your final fight. Make it out of this one, and you'll win the game.
Oh, I was gonna tell Como to shoot the control panel. Close the door. It's Star Wars. They always close. when you
They
shoot.
left
They
the
always-
elevator during the opening move. All right, we got 2 mid-level stormtroopers who rolled a. I'm gonna roll with advantage because there's multiple of them. +1, so that's 9. The big boy who's on the ground, who I also need to keep track of, is actually taking some damage already. Military officer has how many? Okay, that's 7110. 7110. 71-5 because they got hurt. And they have a 4, and they add a 1, so that's 5. Oh god, they're going late. Alright. And they are currently giving orders, which means that their big boys are getting bonus damage and attack rolls. Alright, what's your initiative rolls, babies?
21.
21
Okay.
for Saku.
Look, 18. +1, so 19 total.
Okay.
Wait, we both rolled an 18? Cool.
You hurled at them and gain the benefit of the advantage of the ambush of the first move. You gain the initiative, as they say. Seku, you've hurled it at them. They're momentarily distracted by this, giving you a time to enact another move.
Okay, I'm gonna try to close the distance on one of the 2 mid-level stormtroopers since the dangerous one is currently on his back.
Mhm.
and I'm going to lightsaber him.
You draw your lightsaber in a single fell swoop as you charge forward and strike. Give me an attack roll on your lightsaber move. You only get one.
Yeah, because I have to move first.
Yep.
Okay, total 22.
Hits.
Okay, and my lightsaber damage is 2d8.
Now, honestly, I don't think you add. I don't think you add strength modifier to this, but I think dex modifier is fair enough because weapon of an elegant weapon.
Well, I have weapon finesse, so it makes sense.
Not because of
So
weapon
I
finesse, but
do-
more because this weapon is less defined by how strong you are, more defined by how well you can wield it.
That's a total of 12 then.
Marvelous. Oh god, this poor guy. That's a fort save. No. You don't kill him outright, but he does fall unconscious as he is racked with pain. He failed the fort save with a 2. He'll be unconscious for at least a few seconds. Como, your turn.
Yes.
What do you do?
2 attacks. I'm wondering if I should attack the same guy or.
The guy I took is down.
Yeah, he's literally falling unconscious, dropping his weapon and everything.
Well, you just said a few seconds, but fair enough. Yeah, in that case, the next biggest threat that I assess, I'm going to shoot him twice. I'm not even. They have guns, so I'm going to probably jump on the floor again. Let's see. What?
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
I mean, how far away are they? Are they...
They're within one range increment. Don't worry. Your weapon is 40 meters of range.
Oh,
this
in
office
that
is
case,
not that big.
Okay, in that case, I don't care. I'm just going to shoot them both standing. Right. Standing fire.
Como,
The 1, 9.
dropping
yes.
prone is a free action. You can do it at the end of your turn.
Okay, fair enough. So the first roll is a 9 plus 7. That's 16, and the second is 13 plus 2, 15.
Their defensive value is... Gosh darn it. 14. You hit twice.
Yeah. Okay, so 4d8 twice, right?
Yes.
First one is 17.
That's kills him.
3. Well, do I waste the second attack, or does it go against the other?
Goes to whoever you want to. Technically speaking, they happen sequentially.
Okay, fair enough. And the next one is 18. 6, 6, 3, 3.
The problem is that the
Yeah.
guy on the floor has 18 defense. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually has like 22 because he's prone. So
Okay, if there are no more other targets, then I would try to finish off the Droidicus, so you just start shooting everywhere.
the Droidica cannot aim in
Droidicus-
any meaningful direction right now.
Okay, fair enough.
It's probably laying down too.
It's
So-
also like broken because he got flung into a wall.
Fair enough.
And a dude.
That's I want a Droidica that's just like a pet. That would be cute. Anyway, I guess that doesn't count. In that case, the second shot just goes wild. Fair enough.
Little
Yes.
overzealous there. The guy on the ground takes out, has his weapon out.
Yes.
This very nicely modified laser rifle, blaster rifle, and he just, well, she actually unloads into Seku. They go for the full sweep of moves, which is to say, oh god, I would like to point out I rolled 4 d20s, and none of them are higher than 9.
Wow.
I think. So these are max. This is lower. I think. I'm just gonna do your math again because if you have 20 or higher, then you're fine.
I'm 21.
Let's do the math on that again. You get. Yeah, it might actually be that high because it's goofy. Let's just give me a moment. I just want to make sure if I'm about to brutally murder you or if everything's fine. I think it's only fair because the math in this game is a bit goofy. Let's see, you're 5th level, no, you're 6th level that guy, so you get a 5 defense from that. I said a 5 defense from that, thank you. You get from this guy a 4 defense. So 5 makes 7. No, your class mod is 7. No, wait, it's 9, minus 2. So it's 20.
Plus 3.
You're good.
Ooh, I live.
No, you're... Class mod. Never mind. You're good. All these shots, they just go wild. Probably deflecting them with your lightsaber, too. In fact, even if I did hit by 1, you could have just used your lightsaber to go ching, 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 ching.
Yes.
Also, I'm going to show it real quick. One of the coolest moments of lightsaber stuff in the movies is from episode 1. It's timestamped. It's only like 2 seconds.
Okay.
All right. Hello, Qui-Gon Jinn. Talking to Mr. Roger.
the way he cuts here, like the whole kendo draw thing through 2 friggin' battle droids is so cool.
He does like baseball swings.
Well, I'm talking the first cut because like he ignites it as he pulls the lightsaber from his side.
Take a look.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. All
That's
right.
all because Liam Neeson is a 4th degree black belt in kendo.
Sacco, what are you doing?
That's good.
Yes. Okay.
And then Ben Kenobi doing fucking splits.
Good old
So
Obi-Wan.
Yes.
So I'm going to take my lightsaber
Mhm.
and I'm gonna try to like, because the person got up, right?
No, they didn't. They took their full run action to just unload blaster fire in your direction, and you
That
had
gives
to.
me a bonus to hit.
I would like to point out that you did use your move action to. Well, that's only if it works. But you did like deflect a blast, so you're a little off the cuff. What do you do?
Yeah, so I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna try to like stab down on him.
I'll be honest. I don't know why, but 2-meter step sounds way less cool than 5-foot step.
It does the number.
All right. Well, you have a +4 to hit, so go for it.
Okay, so that would be 25 with all the stuff added in.
Marvelous. Just need some damage, thank you.
Let's see. Oh, that's a good one. With the you said I can add my dex mod for damage, right?
Yep.
15.
15 going down to 56 because vitality points apply, baby. You can tell that he's going to use his. Oh, he has a force point. He's going to be using that one. Come on. You dove for cover. You're behind several office desks. You don't have a clear line of sight of what's going on over there.
Yes. Fair enough. Can I still try?
You literally have no line of fire unless you get up.
Ugh, fine, I'll get up.
You now have a line of fire, but you only have one action, one shot, basically.
Yes.
Go for it.
Yes. 12 plus 7, 19.
You need 22 because they're prone and they're like a distance away, etc., etc., blah,
Dang
blah.
it. Oh, this is still distracting.
Okay, let's see. They have, I think. Oh no, they don't have 8 levels. They have more than that.
Uh-oh.
Let me just pull up the force table again, because I need to know this actually. Let's see. They're okay. They get 2d6 on everything. They spend a force point. They use the force because they need to do this. Prove the supremacy against you. And they unload again, adding 2d6 to every single roll. I'll be fucking honest. I rolled 2 once.
Oh,
Thank
no.
God.
Just cracking me the fuck up how bad this guy's look is. All right. Well, they rolled a 2 and a 10. So
One of
let's see
these
what the
days,
2d6
Power
has to
Lock is
say.
gonna be horrible.
That's 7. That makes for 9 plus 9. Nope. No, wait. 9. That makes for 20, which hits Sila. That's one hit.
Lightsaber.
Wait. Oh. Yeah, okay, you can do that afterwards, yes. Well, that applies now to everything else. So this is 10 plus 6 plus 7 makes 4, 23. So that hits you regardless of your deflection, because your deflection is only 1. It's a
Dang it.
nifty tiebreaker. If you're a good Jedi, it goes up a little bit. For the most part, just the nifty tiebreaker. Okay, so you do get hit by 1, but there's like so many blaster shots coming your way. You can't really blame yourself for it. In addition, because it's a cool customized one, there's a bonus net. Oh god, this is a really good hit. Let me just do a quick estimate. 20 damage. Vitality.
So, what happens when you run out of vitality?
Overflows into your wounds, I think. But we'll double
How many?
check just to make sure. Because again, film the rules have the point. Alright, vitality points. Because I think it overflows. Let's see. Damage. I want to.
Stay strong.
If you take wound damage, then got some bad news for you. You're gonna have to make them go. Okay, critical damage.
I'm gonna use force points in any way to help with this.
If not, damage is deducted from wound. If damage reduces to 0, there's damage left over applied to wound. All right, how many wound point damage do you take?
12.
Are you still alive? I mean, are you still like above negative?
What? You never told me what to put for my wounds number.
Your wounds is equal to your con score.
Then no, I'll be at -2.
Dang it.
Excellent. You're not dead, but you are dying.
Again, can I use force points in any way to help with this? Because I have 2 left.
I'll let you stabilize yourself, but I'm not going to let you avoid just getting shot by like multiple blaster shots and somehow get out of this one alive.
Well, at least perfectly.
Fine.
Como, you watch as Seku gets like blasted They take a
Yeah.
big burn wound to the shoulder and they fall over. They're disabled. We'll say they're prone and disabled. The person is getting up and they're like ready to start blasting you. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. Can I just clamber over all those desks and just punch him in the dick?
Or
What would that do more damage than your gun?
No.
but here's the benefit.
What?
You can only use one-handed range weapons in melee without triggering attacks opportunity. So he has to drop the gun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good plan then. Do it.
All right, Como, roll me an attack roll on your fist as you charge in there and give him the old story punch down.
15. So plus 10. So that's 20. No, wait, no. That's ranged, right? Melee
You hit him.
will be plus 9. Yes.
Roll me damage.
It's 24. It's gonna be 2d4 plus 5. Yes. 2d4 plus 5. That's 4 and 1 plus 5, 10. 10 exactly. That's yes.
The officer tosses their weapon aside. They
Yes.
are not afraid of you.
Yes.
They hype themselves up with some good old fashioned. Oh, I'm gonna get you.
Yes.
And then they basically start dueling you. Now they can't use all of their cool abilities. They can only really go for the fisticuffs. So let's see what the fisticuffs have to say. That's an 18 and a 5. 19. Okay, they hit you twice.
Yes.
But they don't have all your cool guys super powerful ultra mega blaster hits. So
I believe in melee I get plus 2 because of the defense martial arts.
Como, your martial arts defense always applies.
Oh, it's already accounted for?
No. Your martial arts defense always applies. If you took that, you get a +2 to your dodge, to your defense, always.
That's what I'm saying. Defense of martial arts plus 2.
Which I would like to point out
Yes.
means your actual defense value is 20, not 18.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So this is the part where I bonk you, because you probably cost yourself some damage points that you didn't need to take.
No, what Safi's saying, Como, is it should always be that way.
Even
It
against
doesn't
range attacks,
change.
everything else, you took damage you shouldn't have. Anyway, they still hit you, and they hit you. Let me just do some quick math, because I'm not used to doing this math. You take 6 fatality damage as they just start boom, boom, boom.
Hey, that's fine. I have like 30 left over.
They go for your side and then for your other side. And you're not used to fighting someone in fisticuffs because usually you fight with goons. This guy knows what they're doing. They know how to put up their fists. And give you the old rock'em sock'em. Come on, what do you do? They're all up in your face. They're going for it. There's a good chance they might pull out a knife or something and just shank you when you're not seeing it coming. Because they're fighting dirty.
I want to use a force point and just kick their knee so it bends backwards.
All right, give me a good old melee hit.
Yes, it's another 15.
All right.
It's another 15 plus 9. That's going to be 24. And do I need to use force points for this?
I think not. I think you can just trip people. Trip.
Okay.
Okay, so you make a melee touch attack. You have to hit him. Then
Yes.
you have to roll me strength.
And that would be 1d20 plus 3.
DC
correct?
is 10.
Okay. That's 13 plus 3, 16.
Yeah! They fall on the ground at your feet.
Yes. Are they still like?
They're still
awake?
conscious and everything. You can give me, by the way, your melee damage because you're a martial artist. You can make that fall hurt.
Yeah. So another 2d4 plus 5. Okay.
Yes.
Beam. 4 plus 5, 9.
9. Okay. 9. All right, that makes it for 37. As all this is happening, Como,
Yes.
the other stormtrooper regains consciousness because he was only out for 2 rounds, and that's passed. And he's like grabbed his gun. He's kept it down low to the ground, trying to avoid. And you suddenly hear this click of a weapon getting drawn and aimed right at your back.
Can I do a thing?
We'll get to if you need to do a thing first.
I want to grab the guy and just use him as a shield.
I mean, you literally just threw him on the ground.
I know. Well, I guess fall down next to him. Like, here's me and you and the wall you've built between us.
Well, because okay, so I rolled
Yeah.
a 15 and a 17, so that's not enough. The shots go wide.
Yeah.
Then goes high level officer, and as I said, they're dirty little bastard. They're
Yes,
dirty
I know.
little cheater. They
I know.
in a single grab, grab out
Yes.
a small vibro knife, and they go for the ankle.
Oh no, ankle biter. They do realize that if they miss, I'm gonna literally stop their head.
Around
I'm
this
gonna
point, Seku is slowly starting to regain consciousness because they are a hero, and heroes don't stay out forever, unless
Yes.
they're like girls and they've been grabbed by the wrist.
Oh yeah, then you're screwed.
Please,
There's
Second,
zero
don't grab me
defense.
by my wrist. I don't want to go. I don't want to go unconscious.
I just need to look up what a vibro blade will do to you if you get hit in the Yankee.
Would they get like a penalty for melee and like prone?
Yeah, but they're pretty good with a knife.
Okay.
Let's take a look. See, their melee roll is a 20, so that actually hits you, I think.
Yes, it should. It's
You
exactly 20.
You get a big shank in the ankle as they try to like pull you down.
Yes.
You take 4 damage.
Oh no.
And you're
2
starting,
vitality.
and also with all this dodging you have to do with blaster fire happening behind you, you're starting to like fall over. Seku, you wake up. You've dropped all your shit.
Okay.
It's all around you. You see a stormtrooper who's like standing up and like shooting at your enchiladas, I think.
Enchiladas.
Enchilada, yeah.
And Enceladus.
You see that Enceladus is getting dragged to the ground by these two people who are starting to overpower and like beat the crap out of him. What do you do, Seku?
So, can I use my force point to regain vitality?
You can use a force point and then sure, go for it.
Okay, how
What
much
do you
can I
want
get
this
back?
for? What do you want this vitality for?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to have it so I can use my force powers again.
I'll let you spend
Oh.
a force point and gain the bonus, and you can use a force power for free. How about that?
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I want to use my force. I want to use move object
Yes.
to throw the officer into the guy shooting.
Excellent.
Well, he's holding onto a knife in my hand, in my leg.
Yeah, this is going to be
Yeah.
a fun mess.
You'll be fine. I have a medical kit.
All right, roll me your move object. Don't forget to add your 3d6.
Okay. Move object. So that's +7. Let's roll.
I didn't think
Bam.
Jedi were this much of a fucking clown show.
You said 3d6.
Yes.
3d6.
Okay. 31.
There's one more thing though. There's one
Hmm.
more thing. That's that he gets a full will save because he is trying to resist this. Let's see. Fucking hell, this guy's the worst luck. 4. Let's see. The level is 10 plus that. His will save is none. Fuck him. I don't know what the hell just happens. I think Enceladus just falls to the ground as the guy holding the knife is flung through the air at the other guy.
Well, whatever way the knife goes, it either goes up to the knee or down to the ankle.
Or he lets go of it.
No, yeah, or that.
The stormtrooper directly adjacent to you is just struck with an entire person, and he'll go unconscious. He has like 3 wound points left. He'll go down no matter what. However, the officer does get to see if he can break his fall. If he doesn't, he's probably out for the count because he's just got flung at someone. Let's see.
Pretty hard too.
So it's a mighty throw. See, there's his good luck. It's vitality damage, so he's still alive, and he'll come for you. Okay, he took barely anything from that. He breaks his fall on the other guy. Wait, all the shit.
But he broke the other guy.
I mean, they're dead, dying, whatever. Como,
Yes,
you still have a knife in your ankle, but
I know.
the guy's
Also,
still
I'm assuming
alive.
I got up at that last moment.
And you can tell that they have
You know-
one more gun on them, and they're going to pull it
I
out,
know.
and they're going to start just blasting.
Oh my god, can I pull it out and just like chuck at them?
Sure, go for it.
Oh my god.
Roll
I'm
me a
gonna
ranged
put
attack
one-
roll with it.
Yeah. Hold on. 1d20. I rolled an 8.
Poor
I
total.
want to roll for a total of that plus. Oh, hold on. Plus 7. That's 15, and I want to roll the force points.
All right, well, you need an 18, so don't roll snake eyes.
Yeah, let's do 2d6. 2d6. Where is it? There. It's a 7. It's a 6 and a 1.
All right.
You rolled half of a snake eye.
Yes.
All right. Roll me your cool boy damage points.
Would it be melee or
Melee damage. Yeah, sure, go for it.
melee? Hold on. It's gonna
Actually,
be...
roll me. No, wait. I don't think I have to make you roll because I think your base damage is enough for this to work.
Okay.
Clock him in the face
Yes.
with a knife, like right between the eyes, piercing through the helmet,
Holy shit.
and
That's awesome.
they're down.
Yeah. Oh, I need a nice helmet.
I mean, the two of you are probably like very, very hurt and not doing too well, but you need to get the hell out of here.
Dude, I still have 26 vitality points.
Yeah,
I'm
but
good.
Seku,
I know, Saku is like...
Do you have
Saku
any
is like
medical
Swiss-
skill?
Saku, you're Swiss cheese.
Do you have medical skill, Como?
Got my Saku.
Como, do you know
Okay.
what a doctor's bag is?
I know what it is. Hold on. What would be
Treat
the skill name for
injury.
it, though? I have a 2. A solid 2 in this.
Okay. I have a medical kit. Can you treat
Yes.
my shoulder?
I mean,
Actually, no.
yeah.
I have 3 ranks in it. Uh,
and a -1 whiz.
yeah, so we're actually equal.
It might be better
Yes.
to let someone else do it because treating yourself is always risky.
Yeah,
True, if
we
you could.
I mean, that baker lady was pretty good. Maybe she knows how to do it.
Yes, but I need it now.
Yeah,
Oh.
in case you forgot, this person has a serious blaster injury that requires immediate attention.
No, I understand that. Okay, so
So get over here, take the medical kit, and
Yes.
do the work.
Oh,
okay,
actually,
yes. What?
actually, there is a rule. If you have a medical kit and a low skill, you can keep a badly wounded character from dying and restore vitality points. But this appears to be mostly for people who got their ass shit kicked in.
So
We
me.
just got shit. Yes. So Saku.
Oh, this is adorable. If a character's lost vitality points, you can use some of the medical kit to give their system a boost. That's adorable.
Oh, good. I can even get vitality points back.
Anyway, Como, roll me that treat injury.
1 in 20. It's a 9 plus 1, 11. Excuse me, plus 2. That would be 11.
I mean, you need more than that to help someone who's like on the brink of death, but you
I
managed to at least
know.
stop the wound from hurting as much.
Gosh, can I carry them?
You start to hear some of the droids explode outside.
Yes.
The timing appears to be a little irregular between the lot of them, but it's causing mass panic.
Okay. Well, do you want me to loot these guys, or do you want me to just carry you out?
I think we just need to get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Just
fair
gonna
enough.
get my gun, my lightsaber, and my stuff, and we're gonna leave.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I guess stuff just fell out of your pockets, like Sonic.
Well, it
Stream.
was what I was holding.
You make your way outside, onto the catwalk that leads to the other side.
Yes.
You realize that there might be a slight problem.
Oh.
The gates are still closed, and you need to make it across a gorge.
Can't we call the ship that if we have an astromech, it should be able to come pick us up?
There are anti-air guns here. They are not sending a ship.
Yes.
If you wanted to call in the ship, you should have taken care of those.
Okay. Are
Can
there
you operate
any?
Can you operate a
Alt-
touchpad?
What?
Can you operate the gates?
Probably. Might have you hold the data pad in one hand, but I can use my.
I mean, you're on like the walkway that will lead you to the gates, yes.
Yeah.
You run across. There,
Yes.
Como, there's a slight problem.
What?
There's some stormtroopers standing up there. Because in case you forgot, this is the fucking front door.
I know.
As you run towards them, what I think Seku can actually try to make some shots, really. And these are like basic goons. You can do it. You can do it.
Wait.
You
Can
can
we
be
have
the
stolen the nice gun from the person?
Probably. But it's like a blaster rifle. You need 2 hands for that. And you only have 1 at this point.
True, my other one's not very good. So yeah, I'm using my blaster pistol. I'm taking shots, covering fire.
Yes.
The fun part is this lets you take a full attack action even though you're not in position to do so.
That's funny.
You get carried by a friend. Como, you can also take out like a gun if you want one, if you have one. Or you can kung fu chop these guys when you get close enough.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
if I'm blasting by, I'll just punch him.
What would be a confirmation for a crit on these guys?
15? No, wait. 12.
Okay, so I got a normal hit, and then I confirmed a critical.
That instantly downs 1 character. Like, goons, if you don't have vitality points, they just go right down.
A punch
So,
for
yeah, I got
18.
See, he does a cool flip
One
as he
hit
gets
and
shot.
then a crit.
I
One
can't do a flip. I have my friend on top of me.
Oh, the guy I shot does.
Okay, the other guy, your normal hit. Can I get 3d6 for that?
Sure.
I need to know the damage, see if he falls unconscious as a result of this.
11.
On the damage,
Yeah.
he's down. You make it to the gate, and Seku, with some masterful shooting, pew, pew, 1 goes down, the other falls over in pain. You make it over
There
to the front gate. Now, you realize that you don't have to open the front gate because you're on top of it. You can probably just attach a rope and swing down.
Okay.
I just gave the sound effect from me shooting.
Yes.
Pew, pew. Yes. Listen, use the
It's a
Wilhelm.
Star Wars thing. It had to happen.
I mean, if you want to, one of them you can imagine that one of them flips over the gate house and like falls down.
Yeah. With the Wilhelm scream.
This OSHA can't protect you now, Stormtrooper.
There's no OSHA in whichever planet we're on now.
Wait, hold on. The catwalk we're on, does it have no rails?
Sure, it has no rails.
Yes.
You have to lean into it.
He suddenly like goes tippy toes and stumbles off to one side before you. Falls into the gorge down below.
Oh, it's like in the game. Remember when they're on the ledges for some reason they do this like super long jump forward?
Come on.
What?
You're on the ground.
Yes.
You come to realize something very important. This long
Yes.
gorge is one way. If you don't have a vehicle, they will catch up and you will have to deal with them.
Oh shit.
You're standing
I'm
inside
gonna
of a large yard, surrounded by large crates and all kinds of things.
let's see. Is it possible to see what's inside the crates, like by external markings or like control
Give me a
pads?
spot check. And
Yes.
give me a luck roll.
Yes. 1d20 for a spot. That's 15 plus my spot is 10.
Well, whatever you look for, you're going to find it.
Yes, and luck check. Click. Another 15. No, hold on. Let me re-roll this.
Why?
Or fuck it. Doesn't matter.
All right. You
I
see,
just don't like.
you see, it's not a speeder bike, but it's something close to that. Are you good with piloting?
I am.
Yes, actually. Yes. Well, you have one arm. I
Also,
have
you're
two.
probably going to need someone to provide some supportive fire in case things go bad.
Yes. Yes, I have piloting.
In that case,
nice.
you see like a fancy little land speeder, like a cool car you can sit in
Yeah.
and drive.
Yeah.
You speed off into the sunset.
Yeah.
Soon enough, thanks to some sneaky exfiltration, you manage to hand over the information to the Republic.
Yes.
Vital information, useful stuff, and you are commended as heroes for your fine work.
Gosh.
Now, if I was if we were running this campaign for real, this is where you would level up.
Yeah, and this is also where we would start get recognized.
Presumably, this is quite a stunt you pulled there. You did it.
Yes. Yeah.
You beat up the bad guys.
We escaped in a T-16 land speeder. We can bullseye a womp rat off this.
Yes. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you can.
Man, I love the fact that those things are like on little wheels. And they have to paint over
I
it.
love the old effects like that.
They're great. Some character behind it. Too bad nobody appreciates fun effects. It's gotta be real.
I miss those old classicals.
Okay, well, congratulations. You beat another one of the tryouts. This one's a bit messier, but hey, you did it. Little air punches. Pew, pew. You did
I
it.
mean, it was fun. Star Wars is a fun thing to be messy with.
Yes. You somehow managed to avoid a droideka, which I'm gonna look up for you right now. But I'm gonna assure you, you're gonna go, wait, what?
Oh no, that thing was totally gonna wreck us if we tried to actually fight it one-on-one.
Let's see. One destroyer droid is considered an extreme level challenge for 9 to 11th level characters. The fact you pulled stuff off is a fucking miracle, but that's what grenades can do for you.
E. Also, if you look in chat.
Yeah, the fucking cool shields.
Nobody ever uses shields.
Oh no. Oh, that's so cool. And put
Yeah,
them on top.
the Droideka weak spot is things that don't move or move very slowly
I mean, I think the trick is that they
automatically
roll.
bypass the shield.
I think they roll them over and then they put them down on top of it. Is the idea?
Well, they also showed it in another episode. Was that a Droideka standing still? If something moves very slowly, the shield won't recognize it as a threat because otherwise it would be going off for literally every.
Yeah, it's a non-Newtonian shield, basically.
Yep. So they had one where a clone commander, while Droideka was busy, slowly walked up behind one and just walked in the shield.
They just went, what
But if
the
you
heck?
ran at the shield, it would kill you.
I mean, to be fair, if you run at it, it would probably detect you and just start shooting you.
But that became the tactic for Droideka is you slowly roll a grenade from behind, and if you do it carefully, it works. Or you
Yeah.
knock him over.
Or you wait until he walks into it. But the fun part is these things are so slow that they probably couldn't get out of it without either rolling up, which disables the shield in the first place. Man, that's such a good tactic, though. I love it.
Well, and it's
What?
cool because it shows that they adapted to the most dangerous droid type over time.
This thing's gonna kill your ass. Let's deal with it. So, do you need a reminder how many shots this thing can fire? If it
Yes, a
goes,
lot.
if it goes for the full rapid shot, multi-shot, auto fire, the whole frickin' shabam, it makes 5 attacks, a +5, +0, and then a -5. If it goes for a somewhat more accurate volley, it makes +13, +18, +3, each doing 48, 19, 20 crit range. If this thing actually started to get shots off on you, you're fucked.
Yes.
Oh yeah, totally. That's why I was kind of desperate to get rid of it.
And you did it. Like I said, that's how you level up. Is you blow up something that's way above your pay grade. Anyway, what do you want to do next in terms of the things?
Gosh, well, first I'll get some duct tape and patch Psycho back together.
No. I mean, like for the tryouts, because these are just like loose, fast and loose
Oh.
things.
Hmm.
I like
Look at
that
this
guy, the sniper destroyer. He's great.
Look at this nerd.
He's got his little gun. I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's left on the list? A bunch, actually. I mean, honestly.
Like what are some of them?
So what do you want to? What do you want to do next? Because I got a few ideas, but
Well,
there is a.
Well, again, it's a situation with too many like pancakes to pick. But out of these, well, we tried Starfighter and 13th Age. We did it. I would like to
you
try
did Star
Traveler again.
Wars, not Starfinder.
We did Starfighter. Remember when I first started playing? I was the child killer.
Oh yeah.
Como, why do you keep bringing that up every single time? Why are you
Because
so
nobody
proud of
remembers,
this?
and that's I'm not so proud of this. It's just that's the only thing that anyone would remember. See, Zyla remembered it
The
instantly
thing
because
literally
that's what
lasted
happened.
the one session, so yes, that
I
is the one thing.
know, and it was dumb. But we tried Starfighter. I'm particular towards Traveler. I want to bring my other character.
I haven't tried Traveler Sun before.
I'm very unproud of that game, by the way. We're not going to play Traveler. Well, technically we are, but we're not going to... Okay, listen.
What?
Just take a minute and sit right there. We're going to be playing Mindjammer, which is Traveler, but like...
Fantasy.
But like, I don't know how to put it. It's a whole... The character creation, everything is a bit different. But what I want to do for Traveler is I have a module that I wanted to play, and then I tried to play it, and then I had to put up with people who are like, "Oh, I'm so OP," and I just lost my fucking shit because I hate those conversations. They make me anxious, and they make me shit myself. So I canceled the game because I literally felt physically ill from having these people yell about how cool of a munchkin they were. But Hearts and Minds is actually meant for Fate, but they ported Mindjammer over to Traveler. So we're going to make Traveler characters, and we're going to run Hearts and Minds. And in case you want to know what Hearts and Minds is, there's a planet. So I'll tell you. You want me to gawk a little bit about what the Mindjammer setting is?
Yes, but I need to grab a drink first because I need a drink for this.
Go ahead.
Also, Mandigars are fucking cool.
They are. You know, they were one of my favorite characters in the Lego games because they look pretty cool in that one too. They had a cool cloak. They put some cool cloak physics in. It was cute.
Yeah, Grievous's Mandigars have such a cool. Only his have that, by the way.
Listen, you don't understand. These guys, I saw them. Oh, God, no, I don't want to see those. I want to see the ones that they had in the Lego game. Here you go. Oh, you're still looking at the Lego game. Look at them. Look at them. He's in the Lego game.
Even in Lego, they look cool.
Even in Lego, they look fucking cool. Also, in case you wondered, when they swing those things, they had after effects like the lightsabers did.
As they should.
So, I mean, to be fair, they apparently now have cooler models. They have newer models, and I don't like them. I mean, I guess they're closer. But, like, I think the original had a certain character to them. But that's because I played them in the stupid Lego Star Wars game a bunch. They had high jump as character skill, and I don't think they could put their weapons away either. I don't know if they got high jump, but cool. The new one does look more faithful, but Man, there's so many lovely little songs that you get in those old games.
Well, I mean, Star Wars has some really good music to throw into those as well.
Maybe at some point in my life I'll actually freaking watch them.
Because Star Wars gives us this song.
Maybe we'll make that a thing we do at some point, is we watch the original trilogy together or something. I don't know.
I would be happy to sit down and watch the OT with you. I was actually meaning to at some point.
Maybe when you're here or something. I don't know. Whenever. We'll see.
Could do that. On one of Claire's days off, we could grab Claire and the three of us watch it.
God dang it, Claire. And then maybe if we ever end up with time, we can also watch Backstroke to the West, because I don't think I've ever actually fully sat through that one.
I have never actually sat through that all the way either, so I would be up for that.
We should have done that for Claire's birthday just to bully her.
We should have.
By the way.
Yeah.
Have there been any progress in whatever or not we're going to cancel Claire?
I was planning to talk to her about it maybe tonight and see what she thinks.
Okay, that's good. Because it might affect, it might affect Saturdays in the long term or the short term or whatever.
Yeah, I'll see if she wants to take a break after Fist ends, or if she's up for keeping the games going.
Man, I'm wiggling. I'm wiggling because there's so many things to consider. So many my brain is just going so fast. Oh, if she cancels, that does actually make things a little bit easier in a way. Ironically. Dun, da, 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 ba, 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 dun, da, da,
Yeah,
da.
like if you want to watch like the OT with Claire and I, Mondays, Claire's off and we don't have any other plans.
Sure, you have like how long is the total OT? Like 9 hours, or we
Well, we
down?
wouldn't have to watch it all at once unless you want to blitz
No,
it.
no. Sorry, 9 hours. I think it's like that's Lord of the Rings, ain't it?
That's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I think Star Wars
Uh,
was before they started having really long run times.
let's see. The original trilogy runtime is
You're googling it, aren't you? Where's your nerd
yeah, I
cred?
had to look it up because there's like 12 versions of each of them.
Gosh, you know, you know what? You know what? Let me just. By the way, there's a whole character I never got to use.
It would be to watch the original trilogy about
Mhm.
6.5 hours. They're each about 2 hours long.
But fair enough. Man, there was a whole droid character I never got to use. I got some more like mini ideas that might be fun for Star Wars later down the line.
I'm game for it. I like
One
Star Wars
being,
a lot.
one being that you play battle droids or something like that. Maybe like in a Clone Wars just setting, something fun, something fast, or maybe like in like the droid movement after the New Republic rise, and it's like, okay, listen, New Republic, you got to sit on your laurels. Now there's actual trouble.
Yeah,
Fun stuff like that.
self-aware droids are always fun.
I like the idea that, I mean, I know that it's like counter to the setting, but I personally stand on the idea that there is no meaningful distinction you can make between a sufficiently sophisticated artificial intelligence and people, and that any distinction made on the concept of a soul is inherently a flawed discussion to have in the first place. Because it makes a lot of assumptions, and it ultimately can be defeated by not even Pascal's wager, like Pascal wager level of like, but okay, so someone has soul. How do you know anyone else has a soul? Becomes the argument at that point. But the
Well, that
point
is the
is,
thing actually in
what I'm
certain
going for,
ports.
what I'm going for, is that I like the idea of droids having force powers, or maybe because they hang around the Jedi so much that they kind of sucked it up, or maybe just something you can do by introspection, by growing as a person instead of just thinking. It's a mindset. You can get into it.
Hello.
Como, I'm talking about things.
Yes. Also, I missed about the League Guard droids. The thing,
The
Magna Guard.
Magna Guards, yes, they look so cool in the Lego one. I love playing them in the Lego game. Anyway, I was talking about many ideas I have for Star Wars, including having you play droids and
Yes.
and having you and whatever not droids should have force. I mean, the game says no, but I personally think that if under exceptional circumstances, yes. But did you know the droids speak binary?
Yes.
Yep.
Here we go. Nearly all droids are programmed to understand binary computer language used by most computers. That's not how that works. That's very optimistic. Thank you. And intelligent machines. The simple version is the speak language skill known as speak binary. With it, droids can communicate with computers and with each other. Obviously, some droids understand additional languages as well as others. So basically, they can learn others too. Some living beings can interpret the binary language of droids, even if they cannot speak it in an approximation of it. That's adorable. So it's like, hey, listen, this is why Luke can do that. I think it's adorable. I think it's adorable.
Here's an deleted scene for this.
Really?
I'm sorry, what? Okay, where were we? Well, what was the thing I was waiting for Como to come back on?
Look at the video I just gave.
All right. Shh, I'm trying. Okay, that is pretty funny. It's making me giggle. All right, so what was I? There was something I was waiting on Como for, but I forgot. I'm so dumb. Wait. Mind Jammer. Oh yeah, I was gonna wait for Como so that I could talk about the setting. What bullet farmer is a ration? What? Oh, I love titles like that where it's like, hey, listen, you want to go for a ride? Gonna take you for a ride. Ba-ba-da-bop. Gosh, the funniest thing about that Anakin thing is that he actually makes the bloopy bloopy noises, and that's just it's a little too far. Although he has a robot hand, you could probably program that to make noise under certain circumstances. All
Yeah,
right.
but you can see he's doing it with his mouth.
Yes.
Yeah, I have expected him to blur out his mouth because it's swearing. Okay, so Mindjammer. Traveler itself is a goofy setting that tries to have space capitalism, even though that is completely untenable. It also has a space empire, which is more tenable. But again, it has to fix the ancient problem, and it does so. It actually manages to do so. Unlike Starfinder, which doesn't bother explaining any of it, just goes bleep, we just get there. Just fast forward to the part where space capitalism happens, with all the intermediary steps being completely skipped whatsoever. Mindjammer is a weird setting when you get down to it. It it doesn't have aliens per se. What it has is that a few million years ago, a whole bunch of humans got on ships, slow ships, and took forever to get to any place they were going. And then they colonized it, and then eventually they discovered faster than light travel. And now they're bumping into those people who for thousands of years have lived on other planets. That's the setting. The new civilization that has developed this, however, is quite utopian in nature, but they are bumping into the uglies of the old version of humanity, which is kind of cool. So you have these very sophisticated people who spent like hundreds of years learning to just be a normal adult, bumping into people who are like 18 years is old enough. Has he gone to school? Nope. Oh. Hearts and Minds is one of those encounters where a planet is on the brink of civil war because so, you know how you can have a war and take over a planet? In Mindjammer, it's like, listen, we're going to infiltrate your society, slowly but surely alter your cultural memes so that you align with ours, so that when we show up, you're like, oh, that's cool, let's join up and shake hands.
Yeah.
This planet has had basically Alex Jones happen, and everyone is like, these people are trying to destroy our culture, take over our world, etc., etc. They're trying to do the nasties to us. And they are not happy about it. And as a result, they've got riled up, there's a civil war approaching, and that civil war is going to be bad. Because you might say, but who fucking cares? Well, the thing is, the commonality, which is the
Yeah.
good boy civilization, human loss of life is a bad thing, no matter whose
Yes.
it is. To the
Yes.
point that they've outlawed very powerful weapons purely on the basis that they're super evil in utility.
Yes.
The point
Germans
is,
crying about shotguns.
no, it's worse than that. I think it's like weapons that delete you from existence or something like that.
No, I understand. I'm just saying it's the same thing.
You point it at someone and they vanish. They're gone.
Yeah, it's like being a moderator.
Please do not use the Reddit moderator weapons.
Yes.
The point is, the Hearts and Minds is one of those encounters where you are a special ops team sent in to try and defuse the situation as much as possible, primarily by apprehending the leaders of this resistance movement. The commonality isn't forcing anyone to do anything, by the way. They're just kind of around. But the commonality is not as good as it looks. There are people in there who have their own, let's say, their own opinions. It's so big that despite being mostly utopian, there's a lot of niggly bits that they try not to look at too hard. Which means that even though you're technically on the good guy side, people on your side might not be on your side, as it were.
Huh.
It's complicated. It is a game that takes the concept of intrigue and goes, fuck it, and has fun with it. To be specifically, you're sent to Old Kennedy, which, yes, I think is actually supposed to be Old Canada. But
Really?
it changed over time, because that's how things go. This planet is mostly cold, but there's like a crater of warmth, where people can hang out and kick their feeties around. Although some people do live on the large slopes. You were sent, again, because of rebellion. Civil war is on the brink, and that's bad, because lots of people will die, result in lots of unhappy thoughts, and it also means that the commonality can't integrate them properly, and teach these people to stop being jerks and care about material wealth. Those are bad things, by the way.
Yes.
In addition, you also have to contend with the fact that some of the local commonality presences are not necessarily on your side. Your point is to apprehend, but there might be some individuals, like, say, an entire fucking space station that's sentient, that is like, we should listen to these people and accommodate them instead of trying to forcefully assimilate them in this fashion. Forcefully assimilation, of course, just being the culture integration thing, not actually like holding them at gunpoint. Even though they're more than willing to deploy some pretty significant nuclear weapons to make this happen. And of course, there might also be people who are like, I want to forcefully integrate these people more forcefully than we already are. And he wrings his hands together. Ooh, I'm such a naughty boy. I don't even have to eat.
Gosh.
It's going to be great. That's what I want to... How about we run that? Nice sci-fi. You guys are super cool guys, but this situation requires super cool guys because it's very sensitive and very dangerous. And these people, gonna be something.
Yeah. And the next one after that, I want to do vampires.
Or werewolves. We can do either one. We can do whatever you want. I mean, I'm willing to run that however. Old Russia. Nice. How do you feel about this, Isla?
I'm fine with some more sci-fi. I like sci-fi.
Cool.
It's
Also,
pronounced
I like how
sci-fi,
the
not sci-fi.
I like how the sci-fi. I like how Star Wars actually did handle the whole space capitalism thing by giving reasons why it's feasible to go between planets.
Do you have to answer the reason why space capitalism is viable? Yes. I don't listen. I don't care what the answer is. I'm not saying
As
that
long as there's an answer.
I just want you to fucking think about it.
Yeah, because Star Wars has most of the planets that are often used are already inhabited. You know, they just sort of had people.
Mhm.
And then hyperspace lanes are a thing,
Yeah.
which allows rapid transit with low cost.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like how expenses for ships needs to be explained in some fashion. And I love
I also
Traveler has like the whole fucking mortgage system and all of it.
I also love though that hyperspace isn't like the end all be all answer because not every planet can be gotten to by hyperspace.
Oh yes.
That's why there's the hyperspace lanes are ones that are well established and safe for long periods of time.
Astrogation
But
is a
like,
skill for a reason.
if I want to go from Tatooine to Coruscant, it's going to take me like 12 jumps.
Yes. Hey, do you want me to read the blurb that's on the front of the book for you? For
Sure.
Hearts and Minds? Hearts and Minds, an action-packed mind jammer adventure. This, again, is for Fate, so I'm going to have to port a lot of stuff, but it's easily said and done. 100 years ago, no one had even heard of aliens. Then the sightings began. Uncanny lights by the snow layer, anomalies on our radar, and strange reports from lone farmers, or the piscines in the backwoods. Some people thought that it was brave explorers of legends, returned from the fabled homeworld to help us in our hour of need. Others thought it was the precursor to an alien invasion, and with designs on the fertile lands of a created home. 20 years ago they announced themselves, and it was both. The homeworlders had come, in force, and were nothing like our misforetold. Heedless of our ways, they swept in like a whirlwind, and seemed there was nothing we could do to stop them. They called themselves the Commonality. The world of Old Kennedy is on the brink of civil war. Deadly factions with nefarious agendas conspire for power in a society reeling from culture shock, and your characters are the only thing holding back a bloody conflict that could tear this planet apart. Nice. Oh yeah, I should probably explain. They have a really detailed like how this fucking works out because again, slow ships are goofy. Gosh, there's like a section that's just like here's the major historical events over the last few years. Oh, here we go. We have. Oh god, this is gonna be complicated. I love that there's another adventure and it has like a whole fucking relative timetable, and I will show it to you because it's just cracking my skull open to look at it because it's like that's good. Because oh man, relative time, you're so daring for doing that. Why did you do this, you fucking idiots? Oh, this is so good. Where is it, please? I need to show this. It's so good because it's so fucking. Oh, here we go. This is look at this. I'm not gonna run this adventure, so don't worry about it. But here is an actual fucking timetable. Oh, it's great. I don't even know what the hell's going on. Oh, it's because I excluded this important section, which is like, hey, listen, by the way. Oh yeah, the relative section is elsewhere, which like, by the way, relativity affects things. Because this doesn't skirt around that politely. All right, here we go.
1 Yandic hour, 69 standard minutes. Nice.
So here's how. This is how this planet works. Some planet works a bit differently. Like you can just find a planet that feels like a Fallout vault. So they land. The slow ship UCV Columbia makes planetfall. Their tech level is 7, which I think this is 0 to 10. 8,000 years ago, 8,000 to 600, the ancient Esperance civilization, tech level 5. 6,000 years ago, the Burning Sky Flare event, their tech level gets just gunned down to 0. 6,000 to 4,000 year, the Tribal Dark Age. 3,000 to 1,500, that's 3,000 BC something, to 1,500 is the Tellurian Heyday. Oh no, that is minus. Minus 1020 is the Awakening. Industrialization, which happens in the years minus 500, minus 100 is rediscovery, minus 100 to minus 80, which is the Brown Death. This is a massive plague, which they blame on the commonality because of fucking course. Then, 20 years ago was the disclosure, which is when the governments officially acknowledged that the commonality existed whatsoever. They went 2 tech levels in 100 years, which is pretty fast because, of course, the commonality's fucking sticking their fingers and everything. Oh, it's great. But point is, their planet is complicated. There's a lot going on, and I like that they integrate it directly into the story. It's I love that there's so few mechanics they have to worry about that you just milk it. Oh. But I'm gonna save myself some trouble because I think I extracted a lot of the files ahead of time for that game that never went through.
Oh.
Yeah. I had all the resources prepped. I mean, there's some cool stuff in here. Like, look at this. This is, I think this. Okay, this here. Like,
That was cool.
Commonality just decided to just. Here's a crazy. Here's what cool sci-fi shit can do for you, and then this monkey guy's like, oh. I also. I love this part. Go.
I was asking an artist that was doing those lizards if I could like doodle something science fiction, and they said, "Nah, I want to keep it like entirely, like 1920s roughly, in technological development, no science fiction."
There's a section in here which is literally, what the fuck do you see when you get here? AKA, what's different about this planet? And it's like, hey, by the way, you're on a fucking weird planet. It's not gonna look like any other planet, and here's why. And all those stupid sci-fi tropes where it's all like, oh no, we're just gonna big a big old iron. They're like, no, we don't put big old irons over it. You have to deal with this. Science works this way. And they put on their big science boots. Here we go. A different world. Things visitors notice. Heavier gravity. It is +1 gravity over the norm. A yellow-orange sky. 2 red suns, 1 large, 3 times the size of our sun, and 1 bright star. Dim light. Colors look different. Shadows look softer and brownish edges. They are almost constant high winds. Dark or black vegetation. Dual biospheres. The same temperature ranges as on old Earth. The crater port down is subtropical, but not too humid. Slightly thicker air and lots of rotary turbine aircraft, because higher air density actually makes that easier. There's a lot of O2, so fires burn rapid and bright. The short day. There's 9 hours of day and 9 hours of night. Modern buildings look more standard than exotic older ones. Oh yeah, because old weird architecture. Sparse population. Natives are short with large eyes. Meteor motes flying through the skies because of integration. Not as many synthetic creatures because, again, commonality has only been around for like 20 years officially. Anti- or and pro-commonality tensions and thermal baths as bars for socializing.
Gosh.
I like that they have this. It's like, hey, listen, you showed up, this is what's different. Rub it in your players' faces. Just rub it all up in there. It's going to be great. Oof. Oh. But for character creation, we'll sort something out. And if you have fun ideas for like things you want to do in like, hey, that Star Wars tryouts for the droid thing or whatever, shoot it up. Just put it in there. Come on. The tryouts are a perfect place for just some fun stuff. I love how these character stat blocks are so small, but they still carry way more weight than most 5e things.
Yeah, because they don't put them like in tables; they just put them like in a
But
line.
it'd be late
Yeah.
for Safi, and I'm gonna go take a shower.
I'm gonna punch. Okay, if you want help with making your Mindjammer character, come for me because I will help you.
I will probably definitely need it because I have no idea.
Cool.
It would be nice.
Don't worry.
Probably Wednesday.
Yeah.
Would be nice.
Oh my god, it's the lizards. Bye, Zala.
Boy, Sapphire.
Bye, Zala.
Alright. Bye, Como.
God dang it, I want to show you one of the stat blocks. I need to. I'll just pick up a random goon. Oh no, these are some colorful NPCs. Adorable. Okay, this'll sell you. This'll sell you.
Show me.
This is what fake character blocks look like. Look at that. I love this. This is great.
Skill. Stress. Very stressful.
That's how many damage they can basically soak.
Oh, that's interesting. I like that.
I like that their aspect, which they can invoke, is just shoot before asking questions.
That's funny.
The +4 teamwork bonus. Like, look at how much that says. Just a couple of lines. Tells you so much about them. What they look like. I love that they're like single-minded and unsubtle. They have an aspect that's just like, yep, they're cops. They're the bad kind of cops. And they got a little skill, but like a cool PC can probably take them out or handle them somehow. It's great. It even has like a bunch of like, hey, listen, if your player character this or this or that, here's some options you can throw at them no matter what happens. You can bully them with something. Oh, oh, this is some good art. Oh, I love this copy paste of policeman. I'll show it to you when it becomes relevant.
Oh, unrelevant. Fair enough.
People are protesting the commonality because again, the whole integration thing doesn't sit well with everyone.
I mean, people always protest something.
I mean, part of becoming a commonality citizen, in case you forgot, is literally getting an implant into your brain that lets you operate on a whole different level of existence, which also includes, in case you forgot, the power to telepathically communicate with anyone who also has the implant, which means you stop talking as much.
Yes.
I love how it takes it. It's not like Star Wars where it just runs to the 50-yard line. Ugh. Anyway, it's getting. I should probably quiet this. Ooh, it snips so good.
No,
So
it's
good.
the picture. It's the picture above, and then the second one.
Oh, they're observing the crab.
Yes.
Oh man, I love those guys in the hallway.
Yes.
They're standing here.
This picture is really nice. Hold on. If it loads. Slow. Here. This. Oh, come on.
Do I even have a commonality character sheet you can fill in? Ooh, that's gonna be a problem, ain't it? I just recalled there are character sheets, but I don't think they work. These are not those sheets. That is Traveler.
Why is Discord not uploading?
Man, all of the commonality space map is just like, what am I looking at? Yep, these are non-editable. Great. I mean, I could print them, but that's a bother.
Okay.
Oops, I forgot to turn off the stream.